92.7 FM Sports.
High school basketball is on the air tonight from Breckenridge High School. It's the Breckenridge Cowboys taking on the Battle Lake Battlers. Tonight's game is brought to you by Breckenridge Public Schools, the Wilkin Drink and Eatery, Minn Kota Ag Products, Hike Camp Construction, Moore Engineering, Optimum Rehab, Carlson Family Insurance, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Red River Communications, Twin Town Villa, CHI St. Francis Medical Center, Quality Toyota, Vision Ford, Otter Tail Power Company, Essentia Health, Buyer Insurance Agency, and Hornstein Family Chiropractic. Now, here's KBMW's Turner Blofis.
Welcome to the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show, a tradition of good taste and company. Turner Blofis here, along with Derek Ron, as we are about to, play the last game before the Christmas break. A little bit of a Christmas break. They already got games next week, but Breckenridge Cowboys still looking for their first win. Kind of an unfamiliar situation for them, at this point in the season. But, they've put a pretty tough stretch so far to start off here. So definitely going to be hungry against this Battle Lake squad. Oh, looks like we got to get your mic on, Gron. I think you're ready to go now.
All right, we good now?
It sounds good.
All right. This should be a good game for Breckenridge, and they've had a little bit of struggles in terms of some injury bugs that they've had to deal with, and a couple guys that have had the flu and some other things like that. So this should be a good chance for them to get in the win column this game. And
but they got Battle Lake coming to town, and they might be a little upset about something that might have happened this fall. If you know what I'm talking about.
Very good chance.
Breckenridge and OTC battled each other at the beginning of the season, and then in OTC's last game of the season. For those who don't know, Battle Lake is part of the OTC co-op. They do most of their games at Battle Lake, and OTC it's also Henning, I believe. It's Henning and Battle Lake. So a lot of these guys from the football team going to be coming in a little, looking for revenge, I think, coming into this ball game.
Yeah, and if you take a look at the the Battlers, they have a lot of kind of football guys out on the court right now. So it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of these guys played against each other on the field. Wouldn't
be surprising if it was a physical game then. If it's going to be some of the football players with bad blood as well. So. Actually, you're going to be looking for a couple of playoff losses to avenge because section championship game the year before as well. So. Breckenridge, they got to watch out. They definitely can't take this team lightly, but when you're at this point in the season still looking for your first win, I don't think you take any team lightly, really. I know you try to say don't ever take a team lightly, but even if you're undefeated, but you know what I mean, Gron? You got to really scrounge and come up with the wins where you can.
Yeah, absolutely, and especially when you look at because Breckenridge is going to be out without a few guys. Finally got Dallin Ernst. He's dressed tonight. He's not going to be playing. Mm-hmm. But then they got another couple guys that are out with an ankle injury. So Cameron Nito, he's not going to be playing tonight. And then Alex Sanchez, he's actually sick today as well too. So it's going to be a challenge when you look at
that's two starters and one person who could potentially be a starter too. So that's a tough going for the Cowboy squad.
And a lot of size and rebounding for them. And, again, just kind of looking at the Battle Lake team, they got a bit of size, and that's going to be kind of the story of this game is if Breckenridge is going to be able to win on the glass tonight, they should have a pretty good chance to be competitive here.
So we'll take our first break on this Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show. You're listening to Cowboy Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on our YouTube channel, KBMW News Live.
There are several things that make me proud to be part of Breckenridge Senior High School. My students are very hardworking and respectful. Those two qualities make my school day enjoyable. They have been working hard on active classroom lessons this year. Students enjoy working together and are finding that they can learn from each other. I'm also proud to be teaching college math classes to our juniors and seniors. These classes have challenged our students to become more academically responsible for their learning. Breckenridge is a great school, and I'm proud to be part of it.
When you think of amazing burgers, I'm pretty sure I know what comes to mind.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
No, not that.
Everyone loves Krabby Patties.
What? No, not that. You think of the Wilkin Drink and Eatery in Breckenridge. Their delicious half-pound burgers are unrivaled, and the best night to get them is when they're $3 off on Burger Night every Monday after 5. The Wilkin Drink and Eatery, a tradition of good taste and company since 1897. Go check out the best burgers in the Twin Towns.
Minn Kota Ag Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Kent, Barney, Windmere, Wahpeton, or Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm Breckenridge.
And this is Matt from State Farm Wahpeton.
We're your local hometown insurance team.
And just like with your local sports team, having the right coverage is important. We're here to make sure you have the right coverage in place to protect what is most important to you.
We offer complimentary quotes for home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance.
And just like with your local sports teams, we're here and local and ready to answer all of your questions.
No more dialing 800 numbers or waiting on hold to talk to someone.
State Farm of Wahpeton and Breckenridge.
Your local insurance team.
Recovering your health and getting back to your best life. That's what Quality Recovery from Optimum Rehab can do for you. Physical therapist Dr. Anthony Egeman will set up an individual plan to get you to your goals. He believes that this is the perfect way for you to recover your health. What you get with Optimum Rehab is time and attention, thorough assessments, and effective treatments. So if it's back pain, achy joints, recovery from surgery or injury, it's likely that physical therapy from Optimum Rehab can help. So take your life into your own hands with Optimum Rehab. Visit myoptimumrehab.com.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Welcome back to the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show, a tradition of good taste and company. I know we kind of already covered this, but still got to go through the injury report brought to you by Optimum Rehab. Couple we didn't mention. Well, actually just one for sure that we didn't mention, and that is Landon Blofus, who we're going to bring up in every injury report for this whole season because he is not going to be able to rejoin the team after a shoulder surgery that is going to sideline him for the entire season. And who are the other ones you mentioned? Dallin and Nito?
Yep, Dallin and Nito. Both of them, I think, are dealing with ankle injuries. Might both be left ankle injuries. Dallin's back out there, and it looks like he should be back for their games after the Christmas break. And Cam was walking around a little bit too. He should be all right after a week or so off.
And everybody who tuned into football saw how banged up he got throughout the year, but when you're running the ball like over 20 times a game, yeah, you got that excuse. You can be out for some games, but. Yeah, a lot of these are kind of holdovers from football. Landon's injury happened during the football season. I believe Dallin's might have been early practice, or that might have been football too. He might have just been playing through it. But in basketball, that's, we kind of need you to be able to run around. It's not really like in the trenches where you can kind of take care of most of your business there without having to be too mobile. But, yeah, those are your injuries for the injury report brought to you by Optimum Rehab. Restore your health at Optimum Rehab. And I believe we have tracked down the starting lineup, so we can get you those in just a little bit here. As Gron was the one who tracked those down for me, so I'm in a debt of gratitude with him. And we'll take a quick break. You're listening to the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show on B92.7 and watching on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel.
Hi, this is Wade from Breckenridge Cenex. Now is a great time to start thinking about protecting your recreational vehicles and equipment. Stock up on Splash RV Antifreeze at any one of our 4 locations, and we would like to thank you for your continued patronage.
Farmers Union Oil. Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
The Southern Valley's fastest internet is now available without a phone line. That's right, you can get fiber fast internet from Red River Communications, no phone line required. It's been recognized as one of the fastest internet connections anywhere in the country. Whether you're streaming the latest movie or connecting with friends, FiberFast makes it go, well, faster. Stop the buffering suffering and visit getfiberfast.com or call Red River Communications at 701-553-8309. Red River Communications. Go faster with fiber.
When Mom first started showing signs of memory loss, we were devastated. It was so frustrating. So many choices for assisted living. Then my sister and I walked into Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge. We knew that this was the perfect place for our mother. We loved the bright, beautiful apartments and knew Mom would too. I was so impressed with the interaction between the residents and the staff. Twin Town Villa is a quality memory care community that's close to home and currently has openings. Call Twin Town Villa at 643-9542 or visit them online at twintownvilla.com.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
Welcome back to the Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show, a tradition of good taste and company. Turner Block is here with your starting lineups, brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. We'll start off with the Battle Lake Battlers. Sorry in advance if I call them the OTC Bulldogs. So that's kind of what, even though they're wearing different colors, got different names on it, I'm probably going to say that a few times. So Jack Mickelson, he's a sophomore. Another sophomore is Mason DeLugie. So they got two in the starting lineup. Drew Johnson, a junior. Owen Bueller, another junior in the starting lineup. And then Noah Mansker, the lone senior in the starting lineup. And quickly for Breckenridge, as we're about to jump into the national anthem, Gavin Snyder, he wears number 2, is a senior. Another senior in the backcourt, Jack Johnson, 5'8" senior. Dylan Bernardo is a junior, wears number 5, 6'2" guard. Gavin Peterson getting the start tonight, and with Sanchez out of the game, he is a 6'1" forward, kind of the offensive rebound specialist. And Colin Roberts is senior in the starting lineup as well. Whereas number 24 is a 6' senior. So we'll take a quick break for the national anthem. You're listening to Cowboy Basketball on B92.7 FM.
When you neglect your health, you're neglecting a lot more than just yourself. After all, a lot of people depend on you, your children, your significant other, your friends, and extended family. Your presence means a lot to many different people. CHI St. Francis Health is here for you. Get your yearly mammogram scheduled at CHI St. Francis Health. They are open and ready for you. Call 701-643-0238 to schedule. CHI St. Francis, caring for you and about you.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
Hey everybody, this is Ward Cater with Vision Ford in Wapaton, North Dakota. My sales team and I are pleased to let you know that we have a great new vehicle inventory here and on its way. We have Super Duties, F-150s, Explorers, and even the full-size Bronco available for purchase. There's no better time than now to buy the vehicle of your dreams. My name is Ward Cater with Vision Ford in Wapaton, North Dakota, and I want to be your dealer for life. Please visit us at drivewithvision.com. That's drivewithvision.com.
Back and neck pain can keep you from enjoying the things you love. At Essentia Health, our team of spine care specialists will evaluate your symptoms and create a tailored treatment plan that fits your lifestyle. You will get the expert care you need when you need it. Working together, we can get you back to the activities you love. This is Essentia Health Spine Care, like nowhere else. EssentiaHealth.org.
Moore Engineering has been dedicated to finding sustainable engineering solutions for cities like Wahpeton for more than 60 years. They offer a wide range of services, including civil engineering, land surveying, and environmental services that advance the region's infrastructure. As a 100% employee-owned company, they are committed to providing quality projects and building relationships in the communities they serve. Visit mooreengineeringinc.com to learn more or stop by their location in Wahpeton. Moore Engineering, improving lives by building strong communities. Buyer Insurance Agency on Highway 13 in Wahpeton are your local agents with local locations. With skyrocketing building prices, are you properly insured? Buyer Insurance are licensed insurance advisors serving the Richland, Wilkins, Sargent, Southern Cass, and surrounding counties for 15 plus years. They represent over 15 companies that have been in the insurance industry for over 100 years, serving the area. Our plans are based on yours. Give them a call at 701-642-0955 or stop out. They're located on Highway 13 West in Wahpeton. That's Buyer Insurance Agency. Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
As we wrap up this Wilkin Drink and Eatery pregame show, getting ready for the opening tip here in Breckenridge. And anybody watching wondering what happened to the scoreboard camera? It went crashing down. So we're going to be without a scoreboard camera tonight. Don't worry, it's not broken, but I'm not going to risk it falling down again and, risk my job security. But we'll run through the starters really quick once again, as they just announced them for Breckenridge. I'll give them to you at least. Gavin Snyder usually comes off the bench, starting tonight with Cam Nito out of the lineup. Also in the starting lineup, usually not in it, Gavin Peterson had a nice start to the year off the bench this year. And then the usual suspects, Jack Johnson, Dylan Bernardes, and Colin Roberts. All getting the start here on Breckenridge's home floor. We're getting set for the opening tip, which is won by Battle Lake. Battle Lake bringing the ball up. He gets picked up at half court. Swing it over to Jack Mickelson, the sophomore. Kicked up to near the top of the key. Swung over to the right wing. Now into the right corner. Swung down low. It's got kind of an open shot, but Gavin Peterson's going to get a foul, and that is could possibly be a big foul, as, they're already short in their front court. Short-staffed in their front court. Don't mean to knock the height of the Cowboys here, but, both could apply. And at the free throw line, free throw trip brought to you by State Farm agents Amanda Frederick is number 13, Noah Mansker, the lone senior in this starting lineup, with a man bun that I can only dream of having. Free throw, drops in, 2-for-2 trip on that State Farm free throw trip. Jack Johnson will bring the ball up. Johnson up to Colin Roberts, senior to senior, over to Gavin Peterson. A nice little screen to free up Roberts down low, but he kicks it out to Johnson. Floater on the short corner, off the mark, but Battlers tip it out of bounds. Drew Johnson tried to haul it in with the left hand, ended up slapping it out of bounds. Johnson inbounding under his own basket. Looking for an open teammate, tries to get it over to Peterson, gets tipped into the Battle Lake bench and then picked up, stayed in bounds. Snyder tried to take a charge there, ended up getting thrown out of bounds, but tipped out of bounds by Bernardes, I believe. 17-18 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Less than a minute into it. And the student section somehow has doubled in size. Don't know what happened there. They feed it inside to a Battle Lake front court member. No Mansker, but the shot is off the mark. Breckenridge out and running. Looking to get into the paint. Layup is up and good. Jack Johnson bringing some fire to this Cowboy squad tonight. What do you think of how Johnson's kind of stepped into a leadership role this year as a senior after being on the JV squad last year?
Well, a big thing for Jack is, he spends a lot of time in the gym, and if you've been around any of the open gyms over the summer or anything like that, you've seen Jack in there. He's getting a lot of shots up, and he's really growing as a leader for this group, and he enjoys taking some of the younger guys under his wing as well too. He's just a wonderful kid to have in the program.
Going to have to work on the free throws, apparently. 0 for 1 to start off this game after it didn't complete the N1, but it went out of bounds. Breckenridge ball. Now getting into the paint. Nice shot fake by Roberts, but his shot is off the mark. Battle Lake with the rebound. Now they're going to look to get down the court. Not playing the fastest tempo in the world. Not slow by any means, but they're making sure everyone gets set up. They get it over to the corner. Nice contest by Roberts. Shot is off the mark. Roberts with the rebound. Kicks it over to the left wing to Snyder. He's looking to get downhill, and he puts it up for 2 on the layup. Gavin Snyder had a nice little showing in Hawley. Gets his team the 4-2 lead. On your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, 16:31 remaining. Skip pass over to Owen Bueller. Gets swung over, and a charge! That is what he has done all year. That is Colin Roberts stepping in for the charge. No Mansker with the foul. And just like that, we got our first timeout. This timeout break brought to you by Highcamp Construction. Your score, Breckenridge 4, Battle Lake 2. You're listening to Cowboy Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on KBMW News Live.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the
corner and good for 3. Jack Johnson with his second bucket. He's got 5 points. 7-2 Breckenridge lead. 15:53 remaining on the Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Bernada is playing some nice defense. And it goes out of bounds off him as he got in the passing lane. It almost looked like it went through him, and then a Battle Lake player got a hand on it.
Yeah, it looked like that was a close one. It was a good job of Dylan by getting his hands in the passing lane, though.
And we got an ugly sweater Christmas party going on in the student section as Gavin Peterson, just what we were talking about earlier, picks up a big second foul. And it looks like it's going to be guard ball from here on out. Colin Roberts kind of the only player that's, I guess I'd call a post, sort of. And like on a lot of teams, he'd be a small forward, but he's going to be playing the 5. And it is stolen. Gavin Snyder on the inbound pass, dishes it to Roberts. Jack Johnson bringing the ball up. As Battle Lake being a little careless with the ball to start this off. Jimmy Murtis in the game.
With this type of lineup, Breckenridge has to look to play a little bit up-tempo. They're going to be able to bring it a little bit more on defense, so they switched into a man-to-man on the last possession after playing a zone at the start. So look at him trying to pick up the tempo here a little bit.
Bernardes missed the 3 to get Battle Lake the ball back. It swung over to the left wing. And now, mishandled. Jimmy Murtis gets a steal. He's got a wide-open layup, puts it up with the right hand, and drops it in. His first bucket off the bench. Bringing the ball up is Bricker Blado for Battle Lake. I remember saying that during football season. Picks up his dribble. Snyder playing some hounding defense. Stolen away by Colin Roberts. Roberts looking to drive baseline. Comes to a stop. Likes to go to that shot fake. A little bit of contact. No call. Jack Johnson gets the rebound. Put up in the corner. I think that was Snyder off the mark. Johnson tried to keep it alive, but Battle Lake comes away with it. Johnson hunkering down, picking up at half court. Going over the left wing to DeLugie. Now back to Mansker. Mansker dishes it inside. Johnson kind of tipped on it. Mansker with a nice back cut. Shot is off the mark. Rebounded by Colin Roberts. Jack Johnson throwing the pass down the court. Snyder looking to push the tempo. Nice little spin move. Picks up his dribble. Kicks it out to Johnson on the left wing. Kind of mishandles the dribble. Johnson has it poked from behind, and it's stolen away. Wide open layup for the Battle Lake, and they get it to drop in. And I believe that was Bricker Blado dropping in the layup. Johnson hollering out the play. Gets it over to Dylan Bernardes on the right wing. Up to Gavin Snyder. He's a few feet behind the three-point line. Now he's looking to drive. And they're going to call a foul on the ground. Actually got that little runner to drop. In the NBA, that's an N1, but we're not in the NBA. Johnson will be inbounding it from under his own basket.
Now, this is going to be one of the challenges here when you have a new group, especially when you have guys that are playing out of position. How do you run some of your sets, some of your inbound plays? So a big thing is going to be making sure that the Cowboys are communicating.
Now the ball is with Murtis near the top of the key. Murtis dishes it off to Johnson. He's calling out for a screen. Gets downhill and has it turned over once again. Kind of tried to dish it off and ended up hitting the bottom of the basket. Skipped ahead to Mansker. And Roberts is going to try and take another charge there, but instead it is a bucket for Mansker. Bernardes will bring it up after they were going to contest Johnson getting the inbound. Bernardes with a nice move to get him freed up, but he misses the layup with his offhand. Owen Bueller with the board. He'll bring the ball up while he's at it. 9-6 your score after a nice start here by Breckenridge. 13-13 remaining in the opening half. On your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, Blado dishes it inside. And nice little floater off the mark, rebounded by Johnson. Johnson loves to push that tempo. Gets it up to Murtis, probably the fastest dude on the court. Gets it over to Johnson. Johnson to Snyder, who pulls the trigger on a three. Off the mark, rebounded by the Battlers. And that's Bueller again on the board. Picks up his dribble. Johnson gets on him. Murtis guarding Mason DeLugie. Gets swung around to Mansker. Mansker hits a back-cutting teammate who drops in the elbow jumper. 9-8 is now the lead for the Breckenridge Cowboys on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Roberts dishes it off to Murtis. Murtis drives inside, kicks it off to Bernardes, who drops in the three from the left wing. Phil Bernardes with the smooth lefty stroke. Makes it a 12-8 lead for Breckenridge. And now I think that was a carry? What they called on that one, Gron?
Yep, that's what it looked like.
It was funny. I was actually looking over at Coach Stephen Lipp because I thought he was kind of getting a timeout, but he was just asking the official something. All of a sudden I look over, we got a whistle. And it was not for a timeout, but for a carry. Colin Roberts inbounding right in front of us. As Jacob Kunkel looks to be checking in. I don't know if he played one or two halves of JV. Damon Smith is also in the game for his first action. Jack Johnson. Oh, has the jumper blocked. And now they're going to call foul. I'm not sure who on. Oh, actually on Johnson. He tried to get the ball back.
Looked like he got him on the arm when just a little bit of frustration fall right there.
And Battle Lake will inbound right in front of a bunch of local celebrities back in town. A few college athletes. Got Anthony Konzemius as the ball is tipped out of bounds. Chris Nito, Cooper Yagi. And then we got Connor Twidwell over there. Almost didn't recognize Connor. I think he's doubled in size somehow. So that's right there, you got a quality bunch. All graduated last year. Adam Ohm, Junior Perez, Ben Crump. Everyone loves Ben Crump. Swung over to the left corner. Drive baseline. Murtis gets it up to Jack Johnson. Kicks it out to Smith. Smith just pulls the trigger right away and drops it in for three. That's something I was going to say. Maybe you got to make the extra pass there, but he was feeling it. I'm not going to say anything.
And you know he's always been a three-point specialist. So if he gets a window, he's going to try to put it up.
Drive inside for a bucket. I think that was. Oh, I was going to say that was Mickelson. Double check on that. Kunkel with the ball. Gets it to Johnson. Shot fake. Doesn't pull the trigger. Gets it out to Murtis. Murtis looks to drive inside. Dribble kick to an open Bernardes for three off the back iron. Nice rebound by Murtis, though. Murtis skip pass over to Smith. Swings it over to the corner to Johnson. Johnson up to Murtis. Swings it over to Bernardes. He gets a ball screen. Bernardes over to Johnson. Taking their time. No shot clock in Minnesota for another couple years. Damon Smith puts up a three off the mark. Rebounded by Kunkel. These long rebounds are just killing Battle Lake tonight. Smith up to Kunkel. Swings it over to Johnson. Johnson to Murtis. Murtis to Smith. To Kunkel on the high post. Smith gets it near the elbow. Swung around. Johnson looks to get inside. And I'm starting to wish we had that shot clock as Murtis gets it thrown to, and it is almost turned over. Regained by Bernardes. Skip passes over to the left corner to Johnson. Off the back iron, rebounded by Murtis. Murtis out to Kunkel. To Bernardes. And what has been probably the longest possession of my life. I can't figure out when it started, but I feel like it's been gone almost a minute. Damon Smith with the ball. Pass fake. Hits a ball screen. Kicks it out to Bernardes. He's going to put up a three from the right wing. Off the back iron. Smith with the rebound. Shot is blocked, but Smith almost regained it, and we'll see whose ball it's in. Battle Lake's finally going to get the ball back after the defensive stance finally comes to an end.
And even though Breckenridge didn't get a score on that one, they did a great job of attacking downhill, making good passes. They had about 3 good shots on that possession, and then just offensive rebounded. You know, those shots will come, but that's a good-looking possession for a team that, you know, is a little bit, you know, young in terms of varsity experience. 15-10 your score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Shot is off the mark. Kunkel with another rebound. Get some nice minutes here. Oh, and almost. He does have the over and back. That's
that's something that, that just kills a team. But, it's a sophomore. Sophomores are going to make mistakes. I think he's the only sophomore that dresses for this varsity squad at this point in time, at least. They like to bring him up throughout the season. So rookie mistake, we'll call it.
And
but he'll still play hard.
Just after giving him credit for doing such a nice job of, having a good possession.
As Jack Johnson steals it away. He's got an open layup, drops it in for two with the finger roll on the right side. Now don't praise him. We don't want Jack messing up. 17-10. Your score is we got a timeout. You're listening to Cowboy Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on our YouTube channel, KBMW News Live.
When you think of amazing burgers, I'm pretty sure I know what comes to mind.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
No, not that.
Everyone loves Krabby Patties.
What? No, not that. You think of the Wilkin Drink and Eatery in Breckenridge. Their delicious half-pound burgers are unrivaled, and the best night to get them is when they're $3 off on Burger Night every Monday after 5. The Wilkin Drink and Eatery, a tradition of good taste and company since 1897. Go check out the best burgers in the Twin Towns.
Welcome back to Breckenridge as the Cowboys have taken a 17-10 lead here against the Battle Lake Battlers. And a little stat nugget from Gron. How many Cowboy offensive rebounds they got so far?
We got 5 offensive rebounds already, which, considering how much size we're giving up out there, that's big.
That's wild. With Peterson, who's kind of the offensive rebound specialist, I said in the pregame show, he picked up 2 fouls right away, so that's even more impressive that Breckenridge can rack these up. Johnson trying to go for the steal. Scoop layup off the mark. Foul, and if that's on Johnson, that's 2. And it is. Second foul on Jack Johnson. 8:58 remaining here in the opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. So they're going to have Bernades run the point now, it looks like, as he checks into the ball game. Free throw is up and off the front iron. Bueller at the free throw line. Dylan Bernades has been thrust in the point guard position a few times this year. They were supposed to have another one back, but Alex Ohm ended up transferring over to Perm, play for the Yellow Jackets. He got a lot of great minutes as the backup point guard last year. 17-11 remaining under Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, and that inexperienced point guard showing right there as Bernades turns it over. And a nice dish over to Bueller. Mansker to Bueller, block to block. So Bernades bringing the ball up. They're going to try to force him to his right hand. And he throws it and has it tipped away by Bueller. Just kind of a careless pass there. Thrown over to Bueller, and it's kind of chaos that leads to an open layup. So we got another timeout after the layup from Drew Johnson. We'll take a quick one with him. You're listening to Cowboy Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on KBMW News Live.
Minn Kota Ag Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Kent, Barney, Windermere, Wahpeton, or Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
Welcome back to Breckenridge High School as the Cowboys led 17-10 at the last timeout break. But just like that, Battle Lake gets a quick 5 points. 17-15 your score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Bernades bringing the ball up, playing point guard with Jack Johnson out of the game. Skip pass tip, Colin Roberts. That's stolen away. Battle Lake out and running. Kicked out to the corner, Jack Mickelson. Gets a charge. Colin Roberts. Who else? They got to keep a stat and see where they're at with that. I've only seen one other player, and my apologies to listeners who have heard this before, but I've only seen one other player take this many charges in my time watching Breckenridge basketball, and that is Jake Allen, who played when I was a young lad. I was like an 8th grader when Jake Allen played, but that was his calling card too. As Bernades puts up the 3 off the back iron, rebounded, long rebound, and Bernades ends up, almost tipped it out of bounds. Damon Smith tried to keep it alive, but Bueller came away with it. Bueller bringing the ball up. Swung around the perimeter. Now back to Bueller. He's looking to get downhill. Throws up the off-balance runner. Gets it to drop. 17-17 your score with 7:37 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Bernades over to Kunkel. Kunkel to Bernades. Bernades picks up his dribble. Gets over to Roberts. Almost has it stolen away. Roberts over to Kunkel. Dishes it to Bernades. Nice pass fake to free himself up for the nice reverse layup, but off the mark. Rebounded by Snyder, who drops it in for 2. Gavin Snyder with another tough contested shot down low. Gets Breckenridge the lead back. As Battle Lake swings it around the perimeter. Over to the right wing to DeLugie. And kind of off the mark pass, swung over to an open shooter, off the mark, rebounded by Gavin Snyder. Snyder looking to get out and run. Dishes it up to Bernades. Bernades over to Smith for an open triple. He puts it up and off the mark. Rebounded by Jack Meckelson for Battle Lake. The sophomore pushes the tempo up and, a little bit of a collision there. Number 2 running into number 2. Gavin Snyder ran into Drew Johnson there. I think Snyder's going to get the foul on that.
Right now, Breckenridge is doing a great job of bringing intensity and effort. They just got to be a little bit more solid in some of their defensive principles right now.
Damon Smith's got a couple older brothers that played for the Cowboys. And, of course, his mom, Sue Singleman, 1,000-point scorer for the Cowgirls. Mason DeLugie kicks it over to Bueller. Puts up the 3 from the left wing, off the mark, and well kept alive by Mansker. Mansker with a heck of a hustle play, but then he gets called for the travel. 6:20 remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
Now we got Jack and Gavin Peterson both back in. Both have 2 fouls, so they're going to have to play smart.
Gets up to Peterson. Colin Roberts now has it. Swings it over to Johnson on the left wing. Thought about the triple. He's going to drive instead. Skip pass over to Damon Smith for the open 3. He's got it! Heck of a pass from Johnson there to free up Smith for his second triple of the game.
And you can see immediately what Jack brings as a point guard to the offense. Gets a good look right away.
As Mansker drops it in for 2. No backside help on that one. Johnson dribbles, draws a pair of defenders, gets it to Kunkel at the elbow. Shot is dribbling around everywhere and then does not drop in. Rebounded by DeLugie. Now up to Bueller. Bueller with a skip pass over to the right wing to Bricker Blado. Swung over to Bueller on the left wing. Swung around the perimeter once again over to the right wing. Blado with Smith guarding in front of the Breckenridge student section on the right wing. Smith playing some great hounding defense, but it's dished over to Dallas Bush. Bush gets it open to an open shooter. Shot off the back iron, but rebounded by Mansker. You can see Gavin Peterson trying not to get a foul, but good defense there. He recovers it with the rebound. Johnson gets it up to Smith. Smith picks up his dribble and tries to dish it back to Johnson. Almost stolen away, but tipped out of bounds. James Murtis back into the game as Breckenridge going 8 deep. And believe it or not, they only have 10 guys dressed, including Dallin Ernst, who's not going to play tonight. So they got 10 guys dressed. Only 9 of them are eligible players. Joey Konzemi is the only one we haven't seen so far yet.
And congratulations to Joey. He just got his varsity jersey. I think it was yesterday.
Oh, so he's not the... so it's just out of bounds. Good for Joey. I was watching him in the JV game before this. There's another Lake Road kid on the team. Always rooting for them. As Battle Lake with the ball after the Breckenridge turnover. And it's going to be another charge.
3 he's taken out.
And Colin Roberts. The kid's just got a knack for it. I think that he has his dad Chris run at him while he stands there and gets knocked over and he practices charges at home. I'm convinced. I'm going to ask Chris after the game.
Well, getting hit by some of these guys out here, they cannot hit as hard as Chris does.
That's for sure. Speaking of experience, Gron, as Roberts gets it up to Murtis. He was my basketball coach. I know what it's like for my traveling team. I know what it's like to get laid out as Battle Lake gets a breakaway layup after forcing the turnover. As we just praised Roberts so much, he ends up having a turnover himself after forcing 3 turnovers today, taking charges. And now we got another turnover. Mansker going up for the layup and drops it in for the lead. Just like that, Battle Lake has a 23-22 lead after the back-to-back buckets.
And when you're going against a zone like Battle Lake is doing right now, you want to make 2 guys guard you, but not dribble into that 3rd defender. So they got to.
They swing over to the right corner. 3 is off the mark from Smith. Rebounded by Bernardes, who swings it over to Snyder. His 3 is off the mark. Mansker with the rebound. Gets it up to Jack Mickelson. Mickelson just up. I think Smith got a hand on that, using the length. Jimmy Murtis comes away with the steal. Euro step over to the right side, but the layup is off the mark. Rebounded by Drew Johnson. And Gavin Snyder tips this one. Jimmy Smith comes away with it after the tip. And you know what he's going to want to do, push the tempo. And ends up having it tipped out of bounds. Once again, trying to keep the foot on the gas.
And oftentimes that's kind of what you see again. So when you have some of the point guards that aren't in the game, it gets a little bit chaotic at times. So they just need to get focused, run their sets, run their offense.
I welcome the chaos. Bernardes with the open 3 in the left corner. He's got it. Breckenridge, I believe they got 4 threes on the night as a team. You can correct me on that.
5 threes.
5 threes. Looky there. As Mansker is going to tag with the travel. Breckenridge, you know, a lot of the times turnovers, it's the team that's having all the turnovers. You want to blame them, too many mistakes. But Breckenridge doing a good job of creating turnovers. You know, playing some good defense, taking charges, swatting at the ball a bunch to make Mansker travel there. You know, a lot of examples of that.
And I'm sure I've missed a couple, but I got Breckenridge right now with 10 turnovers and forcing 9 turnovers by Battle Lake.
Bernardes puts up the 3 off the mark. Mansker with the rebound. I got a little carried away there talking about the turnovers. Almost forgot to turn the camera over to the other side. Gets swung around the perimeter. And now Bush goes in for 2. Dallas Bush off the bench. He's a senior for this Battler squad. Got a few seniors that come off the bench. It might be a rebuilding year for Battle Lake. Roberts pulls up for the elbow jumper off the mark. Bueller with the rebound. Bueller going to drive past Murtis. Skips it up to DeLugie. DeLugie drives it inside, dishes it off to Mansker, who drops it in for 2. 27-25 as Battle Lake has regained the lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 2:07 remaining in this opening half. Damon Smith trying to get the lead back. 3-pointer off the mark, rebounded by Mansker. Mansker's racked up the boards in this half, it seems like. Dishes it over to the right side. Pull-up jumper off the mark, rebounded by Jimmy Murtis. Murtis having a nice start to this game off the bench. Dishes it up to Bernardes. Looks to get downhill for the layup and drops it in. Doesn't even need the backboard. Just the back of the rim should do. Soft touch, gets it to drop in. Bueller dishes it up front. Over to the right wing to Drew Johnson. He gets it to Mason DeLugie. Over to Bush. Bush has it tipped away, but right to Mansker. Mansker goes up for 2 off the mark, and I think Colin Roberts is going to get tagged with this foul.
And that's unfortunately been a couple possessions in a row where, Breckenridge has got a hand on the ball, gets tipped into the wrong place, and they got a layup on the last one. On this one, they pick up a couple free throws.
Only the first foul on Roberts. Mansker trying to get his team to lead back. First free throw is off the back iron. Kunkel wing. As he keeps getting swung around the perimeter. Now Bueller dishes it to DeLugie. DeLugie to Blado. Blado to Bush. Bush, pass fake, picks up his dribble. Kunkel playing some good defense. DeLugie now has it. Bernardes guarding there. Over to Blado. Snyder trying to cut off the dribble. Dish it over to Mansker, who drops it in for 2. 3-point lead for Battle Lake with 45 seconds remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard in this opening half. Snyder kind of making me a little nervous on that over and back, but ends up drawing the foul. As both teams are 1 foul away from 1-1. Kunkel inbounds it to Bernardes. He calls out the play. 35 seconds now remaining in this opening half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Spin move by Bernardes to free himself up. Gets it over to Roberts. Bernardes in the right corner. Jab step, and then he drives into the short corner. Pulls it back out.
And
then he loses his dribble. And it's going to be over and back. And I almost thought it was tipped right there, but must have been just trying to put on the dribble moves.
And it looked like Breckenridge was trying to settle for the last shot of the half.
Ooh, that's a killer.
Kind of a tough one.
It's never fun for a coach when you want to wind it down. You just end up kind of just wasting all that time for nothing. Bush with the ball. Kunkel guarding there. 15 seconds remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Bueller with the ball. He's had a nice first half here. Looks to drop in another runner, and he does. That's his signature. 7 seconds remaining. Snyder looking to push the tempo. Loses his dribble in front of the Battle Lake bench, and that'll do it for the first half. 32-27 is your score with Battle Lake in the lead. We'll take a quick break before we hop into the Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. You're listening to Cowboy Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel.
And this is Matt from State Farm Wapaton.
We're your local hometown insurance team.
And just like with your local sports team, having the right coverage is important. We're here to make sure you have the right coverage in place to protect what is most important to you.
We offer complimentary quotes for home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance.
And just like with your local sports teams, we're here and local and ready to answer all of your questions.
No more dialing 800 numbers or waiting on hold to talk to someone.
State Farm of Wapaton and Breckenridge.
Your local insurance team.
Recovering your health and getting back to your best life. That's what quality recovery from Optimum Rehab can do for you. Physical therapist Dr. Anthony Egeman will set up an individual plan to get you to your goals. He believes that this is the perfect way for you to recover your health. What you get with Optimum Rehab is time and attention, thorough assessments, and effective treatments. So if it's back pain, achy joints, recovery from surgery or injury, it's likely that physical therapy from Optimum Rehab can help. So take your life into your own hands with Optimum Rehab. Visit myoptimumrehab.com.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley.
Hello, this is your water softener talking. I love Morton salt crystals.
Have you fed your water softener lately? Ensure you have softer feeling skin and hair with Morton pure and natural water softener crystals.
Their focus is on comfort, security, peace of mind, and quality of life for their residents. They're extending an invitation to you to stop and experience how their assisted living community is different. Their 1- and 2-bedroom apartments are spacious and fully functional, and their list of amenities is endless. Their mission centers around family with assistance, supportive services, and quality health care all under one roof at Twin Town Villa in Breckenridge. Check them out on Facebook or visit their website at twintownvilla.com. Call them 643-9542 to schedule a tour today.
Welcome back to the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show. Our #1 grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. Gron, I very much appreciate you for keeping these stats. And I'm going to take credit for all your work by reading them. Jack Johnson with actually leading scorer in this opening half is Dylan Bernades with 8 points. He's got a pair of 3-pointers. Jack Johnson, 1 3-pointer. He's got 7 points. And we got 6 points from Damon Smith off the bench, pair of triples. 4 points from Gavin Snyder with a pair of buckets. And then Jimmy Murdis had that transition layup for 2 points. And scoring for the Battle Lake Battlers, 9 points from Owen Bueller. Oh, forgot about Noah Mansker. How could we forget about Mansker? 13 points for him. He's the lone player in double figures here this opening half for either team. And then we got 4 points for Drew Johnson, and then 2 apiece from Jack Mickelson, Dallas Bush, and Bricker Blado. So 6 guys getting in the scoring column for Battle Lake, and then 5 guys getting in the scoring column for Breckenridge. Breckenridge racked up, 12 turnovers in the first half by your account, Ron. That's going to be something they're going to have to address here at halftime, I'm sure.
Absolutely. And, turnovers, there's good turnovers and then there's bad turnovers. Mm-hmm. When you're pushing the tempo and, trying to make things happen, sometimes turnovers are going to happen. when you have mistakes where you're dribbling off of your foot or, just making lazy, careless passes, those are the ones that you got to try to eliminate.
Would you say we've seen a blend of both of those?
It's been a blend of both of those,
yes. Yep. Leading rebounder for either team, once again, that is Noah Mansker, the senior step boards. 4 rebounds from Mason DeLugie, 3 from Owen Bueller. And then leading rebounders for the Cowboys, Jimmy Murda's coming off the bench with 3 rebounds. Probably the shortest guy on the court, flying around and getting rebounds. I don't know, him and Jack, they might have to stand back-to-back for me to figure out which one's shorter.
I think they did stand back-to-back, and Jack hasn't by just an inch.
Oh, really?
So, yep.
Oh, good for Jack. 2 rebounds for Gavin Snyder, and then 2 rebounds for Jacob Kunkel off the bench. Also 2 rebounds for Colin Roberts. So they're doing it by committee here, as everybody's just got, 2, 3, or 1, not one big heavy rebounder. But what do you expect when you're playing with such a small front court, when your front court is depleted, I should say. So, you're not going to have one guy doing all the board work.
And something you can really see that, Breckenridge has emphasized is that they're working really hard on boxing out. Sometimes they just need to make sure that they got someone going to get the ball, because there's been a couple offensive rebounds that has hit the ground, and they just haven't had someone to go and attack the rebound. But they've been doing a really nice job of boxing out, and especially on the offensive glass, they've been getting to the board as well as a team, which is something that you really like to see.
All right, and also apologies to everyone tuning in with the internet issues. We've never had any internet issues here at Breckenridge High School. But, I think I jinxed it. I talked about how great it's been all year, how spoiled I've been all last 2 years we've been doing these streams, and it was bound to catch up with me eventually. So if it times out, just, be patient. It'll hop back in eventually. And our apologies once again. I'm just glad it's not something that I did wrong yet. We shall see. We'll take a quick break on this Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. Your score at the half, Battle Lake 32, Breckenridge 27. You're listening to Cowboy Basketball on B92.7 FM.
I want to go haggle.
At Quality Toyota, we don't do that. Our bottom line pricing means you get our best price the first time, every time. You'll even have that price before you talk to anyone, because that price is listed online at qualitytoyota.net and in the window of every vehicle. Simple, easy, stress-free. That's the quality difference. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, qualitytoyota.net. Let's go places.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
Otter Tail Power Company would like to remind you about the importance of high school athletics in the lives of children. These extracurricular activities play a role in the education and development of those kids involved and provide a way for them to learn some of life's most important lessons. Lessons that will take them through life with a sense of accomplishment and pride. Otter Tail Power Company would like to salute those athletes, coaches, and fans that make every season one to remember.
Hey everybody, this is Ward Cater with Vision Ford in Wahpeton, North Dakota. My sales team and I are pleased to let you know that we have a great new vehicle inventory here and on its way. We have Super Duties, F-150s, Explorers, Bronco Sports, and even the full-size Bronco available for purchase. There's no better time than now to buy the vehicle of your dreams. My name is Ward Cater with Vision Ford in Wahpeton, North Dakota, and I want to be your dealer for life. Please visit us at drivewithvision.com. That's drivewithvision.com.
Back and neck pain can keep you from enjoying the things you love. At Essentia Health, our team of spine care specialists will evaluate your symptoms and create a tailored treatment plan that fits your lifestyle. You will get the expert care you need when you need it. Working together, we can get you back to the activities you love. This is Essentia Health Spine Care, like nowhere else. EssentiaHealth.org.
Welcome back to the Minn Kota Ag Products Halftime Show, your number one grain marketing and production agriculture supply company. Turner Bluff is here as the Cowboys trail 32-27 here at halftime. And I don't know if the clock is to be believed, because the clock says that there's a minute left of the half. We still haven't seen the Cowboys come out for warm-ups. I don't know if that's like standard practice these days. I don't know, Grant, you've been out of coaching for a year now. So.
Well, it looks like they're coming to the court now, and, they were probably addressing a lot of adjustments that they're going to have to make. Obviously a big thing when you're missing a lot of guys, it's finding what role and who fills into what spot. Of course, if Gavin get into foul trouble, you got someone who might normally be a shooting guard now all of a sudden has to play the center for him, which is, there's a lot of adjustments that you have to make.
So Breckenridge coming out to the court. They're going to say, we're pretty fresh. We don't need a warm-up. Maybe that's a factor in not having a lot of guys either. It's like, don't waste your energy on warm-ups.
Yep.
You're just playing a half of basketball. So I guess we're just going to jump right into it as that wraps up our Minn Kota Ag Products halftime show. Oh, my apologies, Grant. Got to get your stat sheet back. You might need that. Oh, I might need that, more importantly. Looks like Battle Lake going with their same starters. Breckenridge thinking it over. I believe they're going to go with their same starters, but we shall see.
Yep, looks like we got the same group out there.
And they are. Breckenridge will start off with the ball, trailing by 5. Once again, 32-27 is your score to open up the second half on your Crossing Family Insurance scoreboard. Jack Johnson gets the inbound, taking their time. Gets it over to Roberts. Roberts picks up his dribble, skip pass over to Johnson on the left wing, feeds into the high post to Gavin Peterson, keeping it strong at the chin, but has it stolen away anyways. Bueller with the steal after I was singing his praises in the opening half.
And it looks like we might have a jersey change out there too, so Mansker looks like he's number 20 now instead of 13.
Peculiar.
Might have had some blood on the jersey or something.
I won't say it got chippy, but it is physical. We expect this to be a physical affair as the ball gets tipped out of bounds. You don't see as much physicality when there's no posts out there, you know what I mean? And when Gavin Peterson, who's probably the most physical player on the Cowboys, is in foul trouble, so he's got to kind of keep his act together. As we got a 5 call here, Mansker, the senior, getting called for it in front of his team's bench. And yeah, we just had it confirmed, blood on the jersey. Colin Roberts. It's over on the left side to Bernades. Ends up getting it tipped out of bounds, trying to feed it inside to Gavin Peterson. And Jack Johnson inbounding from under the basket. Gets it into Colin Roberts, who dishes it right back to Johnson. Pass fake, and then it gets tipped out of bounds, so they're just going to do the same song and dance again.
And this is what I was talking about earlier. So inbound plays, they got to make sure that they have guys in the right spots and know what they're running.
Roberts over to Bernades. Bernades tries to feed it inside to Roberts, but it is stolen away and then thrown off of Gavin Peterson to keep it alive. Jack Mickelson with the heady play, the sophomore battler. I will avoid all battler puns for the day, I promise. They feed it inside. Swing it over to the left wing to Mickelson. Mickelson up to DeLugie, back to Mickelson. Feeds it up to Bueller. Mishandles it, but puts up the short jumper off the mark. Rebounded by Bernades. Just going to look to push the tempo. Gets downhill, dishes it off to Gavin Snyder for a corner 3. Doesn't even hit the rim.
Looked like that one might have been tipped a little bit.
I was thinking that too, possibly. Jack Mickelson with the ball. Short jumper off the mark. Who else but Mansker on the rebound. And then Drew Johnson puts in the short jumper. Mansker, once again, showing how important he is to the squad to keep this possession alive. It's kicked out to the right corner to Bernades, whose 3 is off the mark. And kept alive by Roberts. Jack Johnson drops it in with the floater. We got a quick timeout. We'll take one with them after the Johnson bucket. You're listening to Cowboy Basketball on B92.7 FM.
More Engineering has been dedicated to finding sustainable engineering solutions for cities like Wahpeton for more than 60 years. They offer a wide range of services, including civil engineering, land surveying, and environmental services that advance the region's infrastructure. As a 100% employee-owned company, they are committed to providing quality projects and building relationships in the communities they serve. Visit moreengineeringinc.com to learn more or stop by their location in Wahpeton. More Engineering, improving lives by building strong communities.
Welcome back to Breckenridge High School as the Cowboys still on their timeout. I'm getting mixed signals on these timeouts, whether it's like full or half. That's one thing I missed about when Arlie was coaching. You always knew when it was going to be a full. You got the kids running, grabbing the chairs. that sent a message to the radio people. Oh, we got a full timeout.
Yeah, those chairs were always nice. Gave just kind of a little bit of break, and
it kept everybody locked in. I always appreciated that aspect of the chair psychology. DeLugie will inbound it to Bueller. Looks like they're just going to pick up right away. Johnson guarding there. Breckenridge turns on the press. Bueller. It's back to DeLugie. Over to Bueller. Bueller gets a nice ball screen. Dribbles it over to the right corner. Oh, almost stolen away. Now it is stolen away. Bernadez gets it after the miscommunication on that pass. Bernadez kind of splits through the defense. Gets it over to Snyder. Snyder gets into the paint with the floater. And his floater drops in for two. Pair of buckets here in the second half for Snyder.
And he's doing a nice job of being aggressive.
And now he's doing an aggressive job on the defense. Gets a tip on the pass. Nice pass over to Mansker, but is mishandled. Over to the corner to Bueller. Breckenridge is hunkering down. Playing some aggressive D. Over to the right corner. Up to DeLugie. Blado swings it over to Bueller. Now over to Drew Johnson, who puts up a three. Off the mark. Tipped by Battle Lake and kept alive. And now there's possibly going to be a foul. Oh, they better not be on Peterson. It is. That's his third. Gavin Peterson, the ill-advised foul. But they're going to let him keep playing. 15-19 remaining in this ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Bueller inbounding in front of his team's bench. Looking for an open teammate. Gets it into DeLugie. DeLugie fakes the dribble handoff. Gets it to Mansker, who drives on the right side. Off the mark. Snyder trying to take a charge this time. They said, no, it wasn't Colin Roberts, so we're not giving it to you. Snyder gets the ball. Going to drive inside once again. Puts up the shot. Off the mark. Gets his own board. Takes a power dribble and then drops it in with the bank shot. He's up to, I believe, 10 points.
8 points.
Oh, hasn't he had 3 buckets this half? I must have imagined. Oh, no, Jack had one of them. So 2 buckets in each half for Snyder. Mansker down low with the bucket. 36-33, your score. Battle Lake in the lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 14:35 remaining in this ball game. As Roberts' pass is tipped out of bounds nearby the student section. Once again, nice turnout by the Breckenridge student section so far tonight. And I'm loving the ugly sweater theme. 'Tis the season. May as well. Johnson gets into the paint. A nice little pass fake and then setting up the shot, but they're going to call a jump ball. Johnson being aggressive and kind of grabbing that rebound out of the air at the same time as the Battle Lake player to get the jump ball. And the press is on once again. Bueller bringing the ball up, dishes it up front, and it gets thrown out of bounds, actually.
And that's what you hope when you run that full court press. You know, full court press, just speed them up a little bit, make them make careless decisions, and good job by the defense there.
Yeah, Jack's got the quickness to kind of be the ideal guy, and he's got the endurance as well. At Fergus Falls game, I didn't think he was going to come out of the game. In the season opener, if your endurance is already that good at the season opener, you're pretty much set for the year. Skip pass over to Johnson. Feeds it inside to a wide open Gavin Peterson, who drops it in for 2.
That is great ball movement on that possession.
Going to say the same thing. That's a coach's dream right there on that ball movement. Breckenridge now trailing by 1, 36-35 in your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 13:55 remaining. And we got a travel. Is that on Bueller? I believe so.
Looked like he got an extra step in there.
I couldn't tell if they were saying he got hacked or if the ball was mishandled or what the deal was there, but Colin Roberts and Jack Johnson taking turns bringing the ball up even though no one's pressing. Roberts.
You could really see the coach probably talk with him about making sure that you get a reversal.
Gets it inside to Snyder, whose shot is off the mark. Blado bringing the ball up. Blado getting downhill, then kicks it out to the short corner. Roberts looking for his 4th charge of the game, but instead they drop it in for a short bucket. Drew Johnson dropping that one in. Jack Johnson with the ball down here in a hurry. Camera could barely keep up. Gavin Snyder with the ball. Thought about the mid-range jumper, but instead Colin Roberts is going to put it up in the corner, off the mark. Rebounded by Battle Lake. Blado bringing the ball up.
You'll see every single offensive rebound. It seems like there's a Cowboy getting their hand on it.
Blado loses his dribble and ends up having it almost stolen away, but Smith lets it go out of bounds after he tipped it. So Bernades checking in for Gavin Snyder. Snyder, a good spark plug for this squad in multiple games this year. Bueller gets it into Blado. Skip pass over to the left wing to Bush. Bush now rotates it over to the right side to Blado. Blado feeds it over to Bueller on the right wing. Bueller loves to drive and get to the rack. Bush now with the ball. Gavin Peterson guarding there. Bueller dishes over to Drew Johnson. Blado has it. Tries it, and I think that's just a little too much passing. Nobody's looking to score. They're just kind of looking to get someone else to score, but the ball's tipped out of bounds. Battle Lake ball as Noah Mansker gets a well-earned breather.
And that might be the first time that he's checked out this game.
Yeah, I mean, the first name's Noah, so he should have the Joakim Noah hair, you know what I mean? He's got the ponytail rocking. He's just got to grow it out a little longer. As we got a foul on the ground. And this one is on Damon Smith. I think that's his first. It is. Bueller. Looking for an open teammate. Gets it to Drew Johnson. Dishes off to DeLugi, who loses his dribble. Picked up by Bernades. Bernades loses his dribble, but dishes ahead. Gavin Peterson with a nice scoop pass. 38-37. Battle Lake in the lead off the Peterson layup. 2 quick buckets from Peterson here in the second half. Showing that what everybody was missing after he picked up a pair of fouls in the first half. Drew Johnson answers with a triple. 4-point lead for Battle Lake.
And that's one where they got to fight through the screens a little bit tougher than that.
Gets it up to Bernades, trying to answer with a 3 of his own. Off the front iron, rebounded by Bricker Blado. Blado gets the ball back, gets it over to Bush. Bush wide open on the 3-point line. He's not going to take a shot. Bueller will, though. Puts up the 3 off the back iron. Almost rebounded by Roberts, I should say. There's a little bit of contact, so it's going to be a foul on Battle Lake. And the foul is on Dallas Bush. Snyder's breather was not very long. A little surprised to see Bernades come out so fast. We're just checking in.
And I'm guessing right now Coach is talking with him a little bit about fighting through screens on defense.
Roberts over to Johnson. Johnson gets downhill, kicks it out to the Roberts in the corner. Pulls up and draws the foul. Guy is just a master of drawing fouls, no matter what side of the he's on offense or defense. He's got the ball. He's thinking about getting to the free throw line. If he's playing defense, he's thinking, all right, it's the best way I can draw a foul here.
And that's just a really smart basketball play. Drive to the paint, get a shot fake, and then go into the body and, earn him at the line.
First free throw drops in for Roberts. Cuts the lead to 3. 11:30 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
And I'm shocked right now. That's actually Collins' first points of the night. Seems like he's been impacting the game in a lot of ways, though.
For sure. 1 for 2 trip for Roberts. Keeps it a 3-point game. And some nice defense there by Johnson, but we got a foul on the floor. And, that actually is on Johnson.
That's 3 on him, too.
So him and Peterson both have 3 fouls.
And in the first half, that's kind of when they struggled a little bit when Jack got off the court and they didn't have a point guard out there.
Looks like we got a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout with them. Your score, 41-38. Battle Lake in the lead in this High Camp Construction timeout. You're listening to Cowboy Basketball on B92.7 FM.
Buyer Insurance Agency on Highway 13 in Wapaton are your local agents with local locations. With skyrocketing building prices, are you properly insured? Buyer Insurance are licensed insurance advisors serving the Richland, Wilkins, Sargent, Southern Cass, and surrounding counties for 15 plus years. They represent over 15 companies that have been in the insurance industry for over 100 years, serving the area. Our plans are based on yours. Give them a call at 701-642-0955 or stop out. They're located on Highway 13 West in Wapaton. That's Buyer Insurance Agency.
Welcome back after the High Camp Construction timeout. And I just found out there's a fun story behind the chairs that used to get brought out when Arlie Ohm was the head coach. And what would happen is they would always have chairs for all the players that they throw down and for Coach Ohm. And what's the story behind that, Gron, when you were assistant on the staff?
So we would always bring our chairs out when we were at home, and we ended up going out to Perm one time, and they knew that we liked to bring the chairs out there and, a little bit of gamesmanship. They made sure that they chained all of the chairs together. So the next time we said when we were going to go to Perm, we were going to make sure to be ready. We were on their nice new court, pulled out these chairs, and that's kind of how we ended up buying some to bring around to all the games.
As Battle Lake turns it over, that is some psychological warfare there. That is wild.
And I think that's just HOL basketball. You see that from a lot of teams. So
I think if you were to tell that story but not include the location, they would say, I think that sounds like something Crescent would do. And you'd be right. As Snyder with the baseline floater, off the mark. Kunkel with a nice follow. Offensive rebound, it is not followed, as his shot was blocked and recovered by Battle Lake. Blado bringing the ball up. Gets it over to DeLugie. Swung over to Drew Johnson. Swung around the perimeter. Bush has it. Over to DeLugie. Over to the right wing to Drew Johnson. And Bush tries to put the shot up. Rebounded by Kunkel. Well, mishandled and then rebounded by Smith. He gets it up to Gavin Snyder. He's looking to push the tempo. Snyder with a nice dribble move to free himself up. Gets inside and draws the shooting foul.
And
Two
again,
free throws coming his way.
He's just been doing a great job of getting downhill and attacking the rim.
As he's looking to get his team within 1 point and to hit double figures if he makes both of them. He's got 8 points, 4 in each half. First free throw is up and good. He actually lives in my neighborhood, so I can tell you he's been getting shots up. He's got a little hoop in the street.
And Gavin is actually one of the youngest kids in his grade too, so in a lot of situations he might actually only be a junior, so he's come a long way in the last year or so.
Both free throws good. He's got 10 points, 41-40. Gavin Smith guarding there. Oh, almost stolen away. Gavin Snyder being aggressive, and then it is thrown away at Battle Lake. Little miscommunication there. Are expecting someone to be a little further out.
Now on
rocketed out of bounds.
On that last play, I can hear Dan Dahlgren telling me he's got to jump that with his opposite hand instead of going with the inside hand, and probably would have had a turnover going the other way.
Roberts with the ball. It's over to Bernades.
It looks like Battle Lake's kind of settling into a 1-3-1 type zone.
Beeler almost got the steal. You hear the bench for Breckenridge saying pass fakes as Damon Smith's three is off the mark, and it is followed with the putback and the lead. Gavin Snyder puts his team up 42-41 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, and Colin Roberts getting a hand on a pass, batting it out of bounds.
And again, that was an example on the offensive end. They got a good shot, and against the zone, everyone was looking to crash a glass, and got an easy two.
Pass is inbounded to DeLugie. Peterson guarding there. Swung over to Bueller, back to DeLugie on the left side. Looking for a cutting teammate, but he gets it to Bueller near the top of the key. Bueller kicks it out to a wide open Blado, who dishes it back to Bueller, who drives it inside for a tough two, and he's going to end up drawing the foul. Trying to get his team the lead back after the foul by Dylan Bernades, his first of the night. Jimmy Murtis coming back in. This is his first action of the second half. Bueller's free throw rattles out. And Jack Johnson coming in along with Murtis. Are you 100% sure Jack's taller? I'm second guessing that right now. Oh, okay, they just ran by each other. Okay, now I'm going to say I guess Jack is a little taller. Were they wearing shoes when they did this?
I don't believe they were wearing shoes.
Okay. Bueller's free throw is good, ties it up, 42-42 game. 9:30 remaining in this game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Johnson to Roberts. Going to play the back and forth game again. Roberts tries to dish it up to Gavin Snyder, but we're going to get a foul. 2-on-2 again. Drew Johnson fouling Snyder. Snyder inbound it right in front of his team's bench.
Coach Christensen, it looks like, is trying to get them to space out a little bit. Stretch that zone.
Johnson goes into the perimeter. Colin Roberts ends up, he tried to dish it over to Bernades, and it went out of bounds off one of them. I think it was off Bernades. Bueller inbounding in front of the Breckenridge student section. Gets it into Drew Johnson. Johnson over to Blado. Blado with a nice little behind the back. Jack Johnson applying the pressure there. Swung over to the left corner. Buehler picks up his dribble, feeds it down low to Mansker. Mansker going to work. Shot is off the mark. They're doing a good job on him in the second half here after a nice start as Snyder looking to get out and run. Puts up the tough floater way off the mark. Might have been a little bit of contact. Rebounded by Drew Johnson. Or just a really good contest. Johnson with Bernades applying a lot of pressure there. Gets it to Buehler, and Jimmy Murtis tried to jump the screen, and that ended up opening up a wide open three, but off the mark. It's the coaching staff, you could hear them. Stop gambling.
Yep, they're going for that outside hand. Ooh, close to a turnover on that one.
As it almost got an over the back with Bernades and Johnson. Bernades with the ball now. Surprised he didn't pull the trigger on that one. Drives inside. Tough layup, and he draws a foul. 42-42 is your score. 8:17 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. As Bernades is at how many points so far? He's got 2. Or no, he's got 8.
I got him at 8.
I know he had a pair of triples in the first half.
And while Dylan is a great shooter, he is so good when he's going downhill and attacking the rim. There's not a whole lot of guys that can stay in front of him.
Bernades' free throw does not drop. Damon Smith and Gavin Peterson checking into the game. Murtis will get a breather, as will Snyder. Bernades, one more chance on this trip to the free throw line to get his team in the lead. Free throw is up. And off the mark again, over 2 trip. Let's see if that comes back to cost the Cowboys as Blado brings the ball up and throws it down to Mansker, who's wide open, but the late pressure comes, but then it's tipped in. Did Buehler tip that one in?
And I don't know who tipped that in. It looked like there was about 3 hands that could have got on it.
Johnson throws up the floater from the free throw line off the mark and rebounded by Battle Lake. 44-42. Blado has it picked by Johnson. Johnson's got nobody in front of him but Mansker in hot pursuit. Puts up the layup off the mark. Roberts follows it, and he's going to draw the foul.
And again, just that great shot fake, takes his time, and is going to get it 2 at the line.
Well, as someone who is also an undersized post in his lifetime, you got to live and die by the shot fake. That's just a fact. So Roberts at the charity stripe. Roberts puts up the free throw. Off the back iron. If you're watching on KBMW News Live or YouTube channel, you can't really see Colin Roberts shoot the free throw because we got Coach Lip standing there. I don't think he's listening to me. I'm telling him to move. Just kidding. Next free throw, as the Cowboys trail by 2, is off the back iron. And is that about 4 straight trips or 4 straight free throws missed?
I got him down as they're 3 for 9, so 33% from the line right now. As
Battle Lake goes with Buehler. Nice pick and roll action with Mansker, but a little too much mustard on the pass. Out of bounds off Mansker's hand. Joakim Noah Mansker. I will call him the rest of this game. How many points you got him down for in the second half?
He's at 2 right now.
That's Breckenridge has done a pretty good job, limiting his touches down there. Johnson.
And that's good spacing, good offense.
Lobs it up to Snyder. Swung around the perimeter. Wide open Damon Smith on the left side. Off the mark. Rebounded by Kunkel. But we're going to get a foul on Breckenridge. Some madness when the ball was in the air. And that is on Gavin Snyder.
And if you're a coach, you're okay with that foul. He was aggressive going to the glass. Just a little bit too aggressive.
And he's the leading scorer, so you can't really chirp him about anything. As Blado, once again, putting on the dribble moves. Trying to get by Johnson. Got picked by him a possession or 2 ago. And hits a back-cutting player for a short corner jumper. Lead is now 4. Damon Smith up to Kunkel. Swung over to Jack Johnson. Johnson drives inside for the layup off the mark. Rebounded by Smith. He's going to go up with it, and he'll draw the foul. I think what happened there is Buehler, he had his arms up, and, he wasn't really drawing contact, but you got to keep the arms straight up. You can't really bend them, you know what I mean? You can't arc them. And that's how he got the foul there. 3rd foul on number 3. Smith has that free throw rim out as Breckenridge is just
tough right now.
Just ice cold at the charity stripe. Is that just this half, or is that the whole game?
That's for the whole game.
Gets that one to drop, though. Sick of hearing us talk about it. 3-point game, 46-43 with 7:10 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Bricker Blado, it's been a fun matchup with him and Jack Johnson as picks up his dribble, gets it to Bueller. He's kind of cutting behind the defense. Kicks it out to Bush. With Kunkel guarding there. Over to Johnson. And Gavin Snyder jumps the passing lane to steal it away. Almost actually loses it himself. Gets it to Gavin Peterson. Gavin to Gavin connection. Jack Johnson over to Damon Smith. And now he gets fouled again. He's going back to the free throw line as they're in the 1-and-1. As Smith went 1-of-1 on his last trip to the charity stripe. Can't talk today. They talk it over. 8th foul, actually. I thought it was number 7 on the team. They're talking it over here on who the foul was on. And I think they were saying it was on Dallas Bush. As Jack Heidemann corrects the official. That's what I'm assuming happened. Free throw is good by Smith, making it a 2-point game. 46-44 with 6:44 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
We'll have to give a shout out to Jack on that one too. This is his first game that he's doing the scoreboard for, and hasn't made too many mistakes yet. So
he doesn't make mistakes. You know that, Mr. Heidemann. I do not do a very good job of getting into the teacher name for people I went to high school with. As David Smith with a rare 2-for-2 trip for the Breckenridge Cowboys tonight. And we got a timeout by Battle Lake. We'll take a quick one with them. Your score, Battle Lake 46, Breckenridge 45. You're listening to Cowboy Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on KBMW News Live.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic.
Welcome back to Breckenridge High School as the Cowboys trail by 1 here on their home floor, looking for their first win of the season against the Battle Lake Battlers. Inbounding is going to be Bueller with 6:44 remaining in this second half on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Mansker with the ball. Gets it up to Bush. Bush run down the right sideline. Johnson trying to swipe it away from him. Always being aggressive on the defense. Bueller, almost got away with a walk. Gets it over to Blado. Blado up to Bush. Bush drives over to the right side. Gets it out to Blado on the right wing. Blado gets it to a cutting Bueller. Misses the floater, but Mansker's Johnny on the spot. Misses the layup. Don't see that too often from him. Roberts with the ball. Gets it to Jack Johnson. Roberts now has it back. Kicks it out to the right corner. Damon Smith, who puts up the triple off the mark. And almost kept alive by Colin Roberts, but Dallas Bush comes away with it. Bush drives inside for the layup. Off the mark, rebounded by Jack Johnson, who actually tried to step in for a charge, but then stuck with it and got the rebound. Dished it over to Colin Roberts. You know he's going to go with that shot fake, and then he's going to drop it in for the lead. 47-46. Breckenridge in the lead with 5:40 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Bueller with the ball. Damon Smith guarding. Gets it to Blado. Jack Johnson guarding there. Blado almost dragged that foot and ends up throwing it out of bounds anyways. If you stick with it, you'll get the turnover eventually.
And right now, Breckenridge is just playing great on-ball defense, and their away from the ball defense is actually getting a lot more solid these last couple minutes here.
DeLugie checks into the game for Dallas Bush. Colin Roberts gets it into Jack Johnson. Over to Roberts. Dribbles over to the left wing. Bounce pass over to Johnson. Passes it over to the left wing to Roberts. He swings it to Damon Smith in the corner. Skip pass over to the right side. Open three for Snyder. Off the mark. Gavin Peterson tried to keep it alive, and Mansker with the board. Blado bringing the ball up. Blado has his pass tipped, but it is regained by DeLugie. Bueller Kicks it out to DeLugia, who swings it over to Blado. Blado with Snyder playing some suffocating defense, and DeLugia tried to catch the pass, and it got thrown away.
And that is now 20 turnovers that Breckenridge has forced.
I was just going to ask you what Battle Lake was at turnovers-wise. And how many you got Breck down for?
I got them at 14 right now.
All right, winning the turnover battle, Breckenridge Cowboys are on their home floor. As Snyder dishes it to Colin Roberts, goes up for 2 in the paint, off the mark, rebounded by Bueller. 4:36 remaining on your Crossing Family Insurance scoreboard. Cowboys trail by 1, and they force another turnover, make it 21. Snyder dishes it off to Roberts. Open triple for Jack Johnson. Way off the mark. Rebounded by the Battlers. Blado over to Bueller. Damon Smith guarding there. Now he'll guard here with DeLugia as well as they switch it up. Johnson guarding Blado. And guess what? We got another charge. Colin Roberts, number 4 on the night. It's a gift.
And that might be the most charges I think I've ever seen taken by one
player
in one game.
Hey, a guy who played for NDSCS is the only guy I would also throw into that category of one of the best charge takers I've ever seen. Melvin Newburn Jr. And I bet I saw him take 4 charges in a game at Science at one point, but I still give Jake Allen the edge for overall. Dylan Bernades over to Colin Roberts. Roberts over to Bernades. Kicks it out to the corner to Jack Johnson. Off the mark again, and Battle Lake's looking to push the tempo. Bueller was trying to get behind the defense like a wide receiver, but Breckenridge did a good job catching up. Bush swings it over to the corner to Johnson. Johnson actually had the pass tipped by Peterson. Throws up an ill-advised jumper off the mark. Dylan Bernades with the ball. Bernades looking to get downhill. He just dribbles it back out. Gets it over to Roberts, who swings it to Damon Smith. Oh, didn't put up the shot, thought about it. Bernades over to Smith. Smith gets it to Roberts. Johnson with the floater on the baseline, off the mark. Gavin Peterson, Johnny on the spot with the rebound. His shot is off the mark, and it's tipped and hit the rim. Jack Johnson actually ripped it away from Mansker and dropped it in with the left hand. That is not exactly what you'd expect for a player to rip it away from Mansker. Big, strong dude. Jack Johnson, one of the smaller guys on the court, sticks with it. The whole size of the dog speech, rips it away and lays it in with the left hand to make it a 3-point game. And now we got a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout with them as it's getting fun here in Breckenridge. Your score 49-46. You're listening to Cowboy Basketball.
When you think of amazing burgers, I'm pretty sure I know what comes to mind.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
No, not that.
Everyone loves Krabby Patties.
What? No, not that. You think of the Wilkin Drink and Eatery in Breckenridge. Their delicious half-pound burgers are unrivaled, and the best night to get them is when they're $3 off on Burger Night every Monday after 5. The Wilkin Drink and Eatery, a tradition of good taste and company since 1897. Go check out the best burgers in the Twin Towns.
Welcome back to Breckenridge High School as the Cowboys now lead by 3 after the clutch bucket from Jack Johnson. Just ripped it away from Noah Mansker. I don't even think he knew he was there. Just kind of snuck in there and snatched it and then stepped through and dropped it in on the left side like he's been a post his whole life. 2:58 remaining on your Crossing Family Insurance scoreboard with the Cowboys up 3 on their home floor, looking for their first win. And I got Jack's niece. She's pretty excited about it, crawling around behind me. As Battle Lake looking to break the press. Blado with the ball. And Dylan Bernades got a hand on the pass. Drew Johnson got it. Over to Mansker for the open layup. Now a 1-point game. Breckenridge Cowboys in the lead with 2:39 remaining on your Crossing Family Insurance scoreboard. And it is stolen away. Blado coming away with the steal here off the mishandled pass. Owen Bueller with the ball. Bueller drives inside, and Gavin Snyder getting the block, coming over from the weak side. And that has just been, I've just raved about Bueller's ability to score from that spot. all night, and Snyder had enough of it. Coming over to get a hand on it, showing off the vertical while he's at it. And Bueller hits DeLugie for the nice back cut. Roberts tries to take the charge, doesn't get number 5. Blado dishes it off, now back to Blado. Bueller has it with Peterson guarding, and ooh! Breckenridge fans looking for a push-off there, but I think they're saying body first, you know. There was a push-off, I will say, but I think there was body first, so I'm gonna stand with the official. You know, I need officials. I need them on my good side, or else they can throw me out of here. You know, they can say I'm being a belligerent fan and boot me out of here. I don't need that. They're checking how many fouls that is. I think that's 4 on Peterson. As they actually need something to wipe up the court, and Coach Lip offers up his quarter zip. That's just a heck of a guy there, Coach Lip.
And I think this just kind of sums things up. You know, Coach Lip gives it up.
Jack Johnson wipes it up.
And then Jack is the one that wipes it up. You know,
that's what you want out of your starting point guard.
Absolutely.
You know, if I ever got caught wiping up a floor, it was a disciplinary thing, like something I got held after practice for.
Oh, you could never have had that happen before, right?
Never. They threw it back. Coach Lip, for some reason, didn't want to put it back on. And Bueller inbounding in front of his bench, 2:04 remaining. 1 point lead, and a perfect pass over to the other side, blocked away and recovered by the Cowboys. And now we got a foul as Johnson brings it up. He's fired up, 1:56 remaining. On the Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, he's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. They're in the double bonus. And 3 fouls on Bricker Blado.
And that was just great anticipation by Jack on that one.
Johnson at the charity stripe. First one off the back iron. Stays a 1 point game.
Struggles continuing from the free throw line.
We got to get Damon Smith in there and just have him draw fouls the whole time he's in there. I think he's done okay at the free throw line. Everybody else a little hit or miss. As that one rattles in. Makes it a 2 point game. We got another timeout. Take a very brief timeout break with them. This timeout break brought to you by Heitkamp Construction. Cowboys lead 50-48 with just under 2 minutes remaining. You're listening to Cowboy Basketball.
Hi, this is Amanda from State Farm Breckenridge.
And this is Matt from State Farm Wapaton.
We are your local hometown insurance team.
And just like with your local sports team, having the right coverage is important. We're here to make sure you have the right coverage in place to protect what is most important to you.
We offer complimentary quotes for home, auto, life, farm, and business insurance.
And just like with your local sports teams, we're here and local and ready to answer all of your questions.
No more dialing 800 numbers or waiting on hold to talk to someone.
State Farm of Wapaton and Breckenridge.
Your local insurance team.
Welcome back to Breckenridge as Cowboys trail by 2 after the free throw make by Jack Johnson, but maybe even more importantly, the big block by Jack Johnson. I kind of had a bad angle on it, but Gron, you were saying Jack not only blocked it, but also recovered it on that one.
It looked like that was him on both of them. So, yeah, he just made a great hustle play there.
That was kind of, and like you said when we were in the break, that was a pretty nice play that they drew up there to get the free lay or to get the open layup, but Jack just recovered super fast on it.
And that's kind of that senior leadership. You can tell right there that Jack has watched a lot of film and he knows kind of what's coming and made a good recovery on that play.
Got the block, got the recovery, ran down the court, got fouled, and then made a layup for his troubles.
And cleaned the floor.
And cleaned the floor while he was at it. What a night. Bueller ends up walking. They've been asking for that a few times tonight, but that time they got him in the act.
And I think that Breckenridge is getting pretty close to having given up the same amount of points as they've forced turnovers now.
Johnson
in the second half.
With the ball. Drives in, trying to draw the defense. And they get it back to Johnson. I think Coach Lib might be telling him, milk this clock as much as you got. I flinched a little bit there. Colin Roberts with the ball. It's over to Johnson on the right wing.
If you're going to take a shot, make sure it's a good shot at this point in the game.
Gavin Snyder now has it. Looking to shake the defense. Showing off the dribble package. Give her an open teammate. As now Johnson has it. Playing very conservative. Snyder drives into the paint. Kicks it over to Roberts on the right side. Roberts with the double team, and Breckenridge is going to take a timeout. We'll stay here for the timeout as Breckenridge leads 50-48 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, as I believe it's a 30-second timeout.
It looks like that's Breckenridge's last timeout as well, too.
And now it looks like the one time they're actually going to send him to the bench, as we've been getting mixed signals all night, as the Breckenridge coaches are going to talk this one over. 1:01 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Cowboys trail 50-48. Milking as much clock. I think they just milked 30 seconds off the clock there. It's about $1.30 after that timeout, I think.
And this is where you're going to have to be, just really ball strong. End of the game situation, a lot of times, whether it's right or wrong, the refs start to let things go a little bit. It might get a little bit physical. So be ball strong, knock them down at the free throw line, and just don't make careless turnovers. It's still only a 2-point game.
Breckenridge going to stick with their lineup of Jack Johnson, Dylan Bernades, Gavin Snyder, Gavin Peterson, and Colin Roberts. As we got, as I said, 1:01 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. They're about to break up this timeout. Battle Lake going to go with Bueller, Blado, Johnson, DeLugie, and of course, the main man, Mansker.
We'll see here. It looks like Battle Lake's going to switch it up and go into a man defense. They've been playing zone a lot so far this game.
Bernades gets it in. Oh, tries to get it in by the sideline. Almost swiped away by Blado. They try to get it into Jack Johnson. It got slapped over into the Breckenridge student section.
And it looks like some of the Cowgirls basketball team, they weren't too happy about getting almost run over.
Snyder gets it in, dishes it out to Johnson. Johnson with Blado guarding. Oh, kicks it out to the right corner. Dylan Bernades hauls it in. Gets into the paint, kicks it out to Colin Roberts. Roberts goes inside, dishes it out to Peterson, shot fake, and then puts it up. Shot is off the mark, but we got a jump ball. And the possession arrow is to Breckenridge. So Breckenridge will retain possession. They just took 17 seconds off the clock, 43.2 remaining, actually 18 seconds. Johnson for an open teammate on the inbound. Tosses it up to Bernades, has it stolen away by DeLugie. DeLugie hands it off to Johnson, kicks it into the corner, now back to Johnson, and an errant pass, almost goes out of bounds. DeLugie regains it. 30 seconds remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. It's getting exciting in here. Bueller with the ball, kicks it out to the corner for an open triple, off the mark, rebounded by Breckenridge. Jack Johnson with the ball, and now they're going to call travel. Johnson saying, I got knocked down. How does that happen?
That looked like it probably should have been called a jump ball. It
Yeah.
looked like he got his hands on the ball, but
It was one of those things where it would look like a jump ball, but there wasn't enough time, you know what I mean? It was one of those in-betweener plays. Could be a jump ball, but then again, block shots get called jump balls. As this pass, it's getting just wild in here. Blado recovers it. 17 seconds remaining. Johnson guarding there, and we got a timeout by Battle Lake, but we're going to hang out here once again. As for the, I think my count, the 5th time this year, the Breckenridge fans do not agree with the call. 15.1 seconds remaining. Score is 50-48. Battle Lake with the ball. Need a 2-point bucket to, force overtime. A 3-pointer to take the lead. But, 15 seconds is a lifetime as Coach Leb meets with his group. And what happened there on that inbound pass, Gron, a little bit? It kind of looked like nobody was kind of getting open, so that kind of forced the 50-50 long ball to get thrown. But maybe you want to put a little more on that. You can't really risk it over and back. So
And it's one of those situations that, especially early in the season, they probably haven't worked on a whole lot of time and situation type plays. You think of a situation where you're underneath the basket, up by 2, 40 seconds left. You don't work on that a lot, especially early in the season, especially when you're struggling to get into the win column. They're working on a lot of other things, such as what is their defense, what's their offense, a lot of fresh faces playing at the varsity level. So it's just kind of a mistake where they probably didn't have the right play drawn up at the right time.
Maybe kind of ideally, you just say maybe, hey, Bernades, if we can't get this in, just run down the court, be a wide receiver. We'll throw it down there. But that one just looked to be a little underthrown, but like I said, kind of a panicky situation. Nobody would get open. Battle Lake's got 15 seconds left. Bueller with the ball. Snyder guarding there. Bueller kicks it out to the right corner for 3. Off the mark, rebounded by Dylan Bernades, and he draws the foul. Ricker Blado fouls there as Battle Lake has gotten 2 nice looks from the right corner. Neither of them a drop. I think they're setting that up for Drew Johnson. And 4th foul for Blado. 6.6 seconds remaining. If Bernardes knocks both of these down, it's a 2-possession game.
And no timeouts for either team either, so they're going to have to go the full length of the court on this one.
Bernardes puts up the first free throw. Gets it to drop. Nothing but net. Ice in his veins. As head coach, trying to get the head coach Randy Dorn meets with a couple of his players by the sideline. 3-point game as Bernardes has it go off the front iron. DeLugie with the rebound. Pushes it up. Skip pass over to Bueller. He dishes it to the right corner. Bang! Got it! To force overtime. Drew Johnson. Third time's the charm. They gave him 2 cracks at that before. Both off the mark. They say we're sticking with it. Bueller had a pretty nice look at the right wing. He kicked it over to the right corner instead. Nothing but net to force overtime. 51-51. And just madness.
And that's crazy. You can tell that that's the shot that they wanted to have. And, third time's the charm, like you said.
I can't believe, that's just, credit to them for it working, but I would just be like, we've done this twice, and they're going to know this is coming, but Breckenridge, they just played hard on the ball, and, they got a pretty decent contest over there, but like you said, it's that three-pointer has been what they've been looking for all night, or this whole last part of the game. It's just unreal. I told you it was going to get exciting in here at the end of this game. As Breckenridge, if you're looking for your first win of the season, it's never going to come easy. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
At this point, the Breckenridge Cowboys, I don't think they've had anyone foul out of the game yet, so they're still at full strength. But they got Peterson with 4 fouls, I believe. Battle Lake, you got at least 1 player with 4 fouls. So Bernardes will be jumping against Mansker once again. Mansker won the opening tip. They're saying you guys are on the wrong sides. This will happen. Oh, it's a funny game. Basketball. Mansker and Bernardes as the Cowboys, we've said earlier this year, pretty shorthanded in the front court tonight. Mansker wins it again, but Roberts swipes it away. It goes the wrong way and over and back, but a really delayed over and back. That was top 5 weirdest plays I've seen in my life. All right, Bueller with the ball now after the wild over and back. We've really applauded his basketball IQ all day with taking the charges and whatnot. But that was just a tough break. As they feed inside to Mansker, who drops it in for 2. Roberts gets it into Jack Johnson. Johnson, pair of defenders coming to guard him. And Mansker is going to get tagged with a foul. And I hope that they carried over those fouls from the first half. When he had a different jersey number. So I'm sure they got that in the book, though. Johnson puts up the first free throw off the back iron. Last free throw trip he had, he was 1 of 2 trip, and that was how the first one went, too. So we'll see if history repeats itself. Johnson has that free throw drop in. 1 of 2 trip makes it a 1-point game, 53-52. Battle Lake in the lead. Bueller up to Johnson, who hit the 3 to force this overtime. Dishes it off to DeLugie. Gets it over to Bueller. Now they feed inside to Mansker. Go with the bread and butter, but he kicks it out to Johnson for the open 3. He's got it. Not a bad time to find your groove. He's actually up to 19 points. Peterson with the ball. Gets it over to Snyder. Drives into the paint. Gets the defender up, and then he drops it in for the short 2. 56-54, Breckenridge trails. 2:55 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Blado dishes it off to Bueller. Bueller over to the right wing to Johnson. Johnson over to DeLugie. Gavin Peterson playing the pressure defense. Bueller has it. He gets it to Johnson, who swings it to Blado. Blado, as Breckenridge is looking for a double dribble or something of the sort, but Mansker drops it in for two. He has just been the go-to man here in this overtime period. Johnson dishes it in the corner to Bernardes, who loses the dribble, but they're going to say it was out of bounds on Blado. 2:19 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard here in overtime. Johnson, once again inbounding under the basket. Gets it in, tries to get it into Roberts, and now it's going to be a jump ball as it was mishandled, and possession arrow goes to Battle Lake after Breckenridge won the opening tip to start off this overtime.
Yeah, that's where that one kind of comes back to bite him.
DeLugie has it now. Bueller with Snyder guarding. Now to Johnson. Johnson dishes it off to Blado, who gets it to Bueller. Bueller loses his dribble, picks it up. Has it stolen away. Bernardes, Johnny on the spot with the steal. Pushing the tempo. Gets inside and tries to do the skip pass, draws the body foul, so he's going to go to the free throw line, I believe. So Bernardes could make both of these and make it a 2-point game. Makes one, it's a 3-point game.
That looks like that's
five fouls for Blado, who came off the bench in this game, I'm pretty sure.
I thought he's played pretty solid for them. Seemed like he brought a lot of effort. And
I'm bummed to see him go out of the game because it was fun watching him and Jack go at it. Bernardes puts up the free throw, and nothing but net. 1:50 remaining on the Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, as Mansker is up to 21 points in this game. Next free throw to make it a 2-point game. Barely gets the front iron. 3-point game. Bueller bringing up the ball. Snyder will pick him up at half court. Drives right. Hands it off. Pass back over to Bueller. Out to the top of the key to Bush. Bush to Johnson. Johnson to Bueller. We'll see if they're going to want to run some clock now with their 3-point lead. Johnson tips it. And DeLugie comes away with it. They try to feed it down to Mansker, but Roberts comes away with the steal. Kicks it over to Bernardes. Takes the three-pointer, drives inside, has it picked away. Breckenridge somehow comes away with it again. Snyder skips it over to Jack Johnson on the left side. Goes inside to Roberts, dishes off to Gavin Peterson. Peterson kicks it out to the corner. Three for Bernardes. Got it! 58-58 with 1 minute remaining on the Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Bush over to DeLugie. Bush again. Johnson guarding there. Dishes it up to Bueller. Passes over to the right side of the court to Johnson. 45 seconds remaining. 58-58. Bush with the ball. Gets over to Johnson, trying to be clutch again, and he is! Three-pointer is good. He is just lights out here in the closing minutes of this ball game. 61-58 as we have a timeout. 32.5 seconds remaining. And what do you think of the threat that he's been on the perimeter, Gron?
Well, I mean, he's just come alive in this overtime, especially. I mean, you know that he's their best shooter, and they're running him off a lot of screens, and you know he's knocked down a couple big shots now.
He's got the 3 to force overtime, and he's got 2 triples in this overtime. Do you have any leading up to that? That's 3 threes. He's got 22 on the night. I wouldn't be too surprised if he had a couple more.
4 3-pointers total tonight.
4 threes for Drew Johnson. Like I said, has come alive here, as it was kind of the Mansker show for a bulk of this game until he caught fire. So, you know, he only had 10. I want to say he had 13 points before he hit that 3 to force overtime. Now he's at 22.
Yeah, 4 points in the first half, and everything else is coming after the break.
It's like that. I don't know if you watched that 76ers Wolves game this year. D'Angelo Russell, he had like a pretty solid game, but then when the fourth quarter and overtime hit, he just started burying threes left and right. I'm kind of getting that feeling right now. And you know, Breckenridge can find themselves in a situation to tie this up again. I think they're pretty confident they know who's going to get the ball for Battle Lake.
And they talk a lot about the clutch gene, and we'll see if someone on Breckenridge has it tonight.
Over to Roberts. Roberts over to Johnson. Johnson to Roberts on the left side. Picks up his dribble, dishes over to Damon Smith. Smith skips it over, but it is stolen away. Kind of short-armed it a little bit. As DeLugie gets fouled. He'll head to the free throw line for a pair of free throws. Actually, only one. They're only in the 1-and-1. Shockingly. Johnson's 4th foul. But a free throw here could make it a 4-point game. DeLugie is at the free throw line. Has he shot any free throws so far in this game, Gron?
I have him at no free throws.
So first free throw attempt here at 17.6 seconds remaining. Off the mark! Rebounded by Bernades. 15 seconds remaining. Bernades looking to push it himself. Kicks it over to the left corner. Colin Roberts for 3. Just hits the backboard and then ends up hitting kind of the what it hangs from, which makes it a dead ball. That was the adrenaline really kicking in on the shot as Breckenridge going to try to get a steal on his inbound. And they dished up to Bush, and I think Johnson's going to get his 5th foul there. Actually, he's going to try to argue that he was trying to swipe it away, but not going to win that argument anytime out of 10.
And that was one maybe you might want to see a offense-defense sub if you know that you're going to be taking the foul.
So 5th foul on Jack Johnson. His night is over. As Bush is now at the charity stripe. I want to say it's his first free throw of the night, too.
It is.
Bush with 5.5 seconds remaining. Breck needs a miracle here. Shot is out the mark. Bernades with the rebound. That's kind of the guy you'd like to have shooting it. Gets over to Gavin Peterson. He's going to put up a really deep 3. Off the mark, and he might have got fouled. He did. So he's going to go to the free throw line. And I don't know if they're going to put some more time on it, or if they're just going to leave it at 0.
It looks like they're clearing the line, so he's going to
really. So all the pressure in the world is on Gavin Peterson's shoulders. 61-58. He's got to make all 3 free throws to force another overtime. First one is good. Peterson. 1 of 1 on this trip so far. Needs to make the next 2. Got it! We were talking about the clutch, Gene. We'll see if we're going to get it here from Peterson. So he needs 1 more to force double overtime. Peterson's free throw is up. And good! Rattles in! We got 2 overtimes here at Breckenridge High School. Hey, Gron, did I mention that if they're going to get their first win, it's probably not going to come easy?
And that is about as crazy of a finish as you can find.
Gavin Peterson with the team on his back. And, you know, I'm not 100% sure if anyone else on the roster knocks all those down. You know, that was as cool, calm, cool, and collected as you see going to the free throw line, which makes me want to circle back to how nervous we were at the beginning of the game when he picked up his 2nd foul. It's like, they're already short-handed in the post. I think they might need him down the road.
And he's been playing with 4 fouls for a good stretch, too.
Oh, my gosh. That is as clutch as it gets.
And I think that had to have come close to doubling Breckenridge's free throw percentage on the night. So.
What do you got? Were those also his first 3? No, he had a couple buckets earlier. So he's at 7, I want to say?
Yep, he's up to 7 points
7
now.
points. He had a couple back-to-back layups, but I think he had a pretty he didn't see the floor a whole lot in the first half due to foul trouble. But here's a thing, they're going to be without Jack Johnson in this, and Battle Lake's going to be without their point guard, as Blado is running the point for a bulk of the game.
And we saw that was kind of a stretch where when the point guards were off the court, it got a little bit chaotic. So let's see if both teams are probably going to look to turn up the pressure a little bit on defense.
So Breckenridge forces overtime. Gavin Peterson put up the triple in front of his team's bench and drew the foul. His 3 actually wasn't that far off the mark. So, that was in the realm of possibility of a 4-point play. Can you imagine that? Oh, my gosh. This has been fun.
All right, let's see if they know which way they're going now for the second overtime.
Noah Mansker and Dylan Bernades jumping for the 3rd time this game. Mansker has got the tip on both of them, but Breckenridge recovered the second one as they jumped where it was going to be. And they do again here. Gavin Snyder with the ball. Knows not to go the wrong way. Gets it over to Bernades. Bernades, a little bit of contact there, but they're not going to call it. Bernades with the ball. Snyder with the ball. Damon Smith with it in front of the Breckenridge student section. Gets it over to Snyder. Snyder gets downhill, puts up the layup, and drops it in for 2. Dallas Bush gets it over to Owen Bueller. Up to DeLugie. Johnson over to Bush. Bush dishes it to a cutting Bueller, and wide open layup is off the mark by Mansker. Bueller might have also got away with a charge. Snyder trying to make it back-to-back buckets, and he does. Snyder here in the second overtime wants to be the hero this time around. And now he's going to get tagged with a foul. And, I'm never one to, I'm never going to say I agree or disagree, but I will just, say it wasn't a ton of contact compared to, some other points in this game or how it's being called, I guess I would say. But, I've seen some other fouls get called for that, I guess I should say, but just not lately.
One of those things, you kind of put your hand on their hip and get a little bit of contact. Usually they're going to call that one.
Bueller drops in the first free throw, make it a 3-point game.
It's a tough one, though.
Bueller's up to 13 points. He got really hot in the first half, but we haven't heard a whole lot of him scoring-wise. He's kind of been making his impact felt in a few other ways.
Yep, he had 9 at the half, and now he's up to 4 in the second half in the overtime periods.
Trying to make it 5 on this free throw, and it rims out, rebounded by Bernardes. He has just been clutch on the rebounds here in the overtime periods. And now he actually has the pass batted away out of bounds. So Breckenridge will retain possession.
And I'm guessing we're going to see a lot of full court press the rest of this game.
3:01 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 65-62. Snyder with the ball near half court. They're saying, just get across, buddy. Dishes it off to Gavin Peterson. Gavin to Gavin, as I said earlier. And he ends up ripping it away after it was kind of blocked and nearly rebounded. Gavin Snyder kicks it out, but has it stolen away by Bueller. Goes up for 2 and off the mark. Oh, Battle Waste going to be looking for goaltending, and they get it. So Bernardes took a big swat at the ball and got the backboard, causing the goaltend. 65-64, your score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge in the lead. Colin Roberts with the ball. Met with a double team.
They got to have
loses the dribble quickly. They got to get a little more north and south here. Gavin Peterson gets across half court. Peterson dribbles into the paint. Damon Smith thought about the three. Dishes down to the short corner to Colin Roberts. Roberts skip pass over to the right side. Bernardes tried to pass it to Smith. Had it tipped away. Gavin Peterson with it. Now Bernardes on the perimeter. Smith near the top of the key. Puts up the three. Off the back iron. Rebounded by Gavin Snyder. Well, kept alive by Gavin Snyder. Damon Smith actually got his own rebound. But Snyder tipped it to keep it alive. Bernardes trying to sell it and get the foul, but we just got a couple guys on the ground with no action. Smith over to Bernardes. He was looking to swing it to the corner, but Snyder wasn't there. Feeds into the high post to Gavin Peterson. Oh, to Bernardes on the right wing. Damon Smith. Double team there. Skip pass over to Snyder. They're running as much clock as they can, so I thought. Three-pointer off the mark. Snyder looking to keep it alive, and they're going to say out of bounds off Snyder.
And
good hustle to try to keep that alive.
That looked like that might have been a tough call right there.
I think maybe he might have stepped on the out-of-bounds line when he tried to keep it in bounds. That's something that I could see where it looks different from our angle, but that's what it would be. So 65-64, Breckenridge in the lead, 1:37 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And what has been a wild, wild game. And if you're watching at home, you might have just got a glimpse of Bernardes. Not sure what that was. It was blood or puke, but it's been came to find the trash can. It's been a long game.
It's been a long game.
It's a tough game to be a starter for.
But a lot of fun moments.
Oh yeah, it's we forgot to mention this when this happened. We were giving Drew Johnson all the praise in the world for hitting that crazy three-pointer, coming alive in the overtime. But then guess who had the foul to force the 3 overtimes? Contesting a little too hard and allowing himself to hit Gavin Peterson on the arm on a low percentage three-point shot. Drew Johnson. I'm not here to bash a high school kid, obviously, but I will let it be known that not only did he force the first overtime, but he, in a way, forced the second overtime as well.
And absolutely. And it's tough to be the person in that situation, but when you're playing hard and sometimes things happen. So
you also got to give Gavin Peterson for selling that. So he was probably thinking that too. This is not really my best look for a shot. So I'm gonna really do my best to put my whole body into this one. If there's anyone around me, they're getting hit. So Battle Lake with the ball, 1:37 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We get into Mansker. Mansker back to Bueller. Bueller. It's Snyder guarding. Gets downhill for his signature shot off the mark. Might have been a little contact. Snyder with the ball. Breckenridge leading by 1 with 1:20 remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Now Snyder gets fouled right in front of his student section. They're hyped.
And that's going to be 5 on him as well.
Lugie out of the game. Ends the game with 0 points. And we're going to get, how would you love this for a varsity, your first real taste of varsity possibly, getting thrown in a double overtime game, trailing by 1. Entering the game for his first action of the night, Jacob Radermacher. It's Gavin Snyder. He's come up big for his squad here in the second overtime with a pair of buckets. Also with some great effort on the offensive rebounds. First free throw is up and good. Makes it a 2-point game. Yeah, Breckenridge makes the free throws when they need them, though. They didn't start off great there. And Coach Lipp might say, if we were making them originally, we probably wouldn't have needed them at all at the end. And that one off the mark. Bernardes with the rebound, though. Done a heck of a job on the glass tonight. Gets it over to Damon Smith on the right wing. They're saying chew up some clock. We only got 65 seconds remaining in this ball game. And it is stolen away by Bueller. Brings it out, gets it to Johnson. Bueller with the ball. Over to Bush. Back to Bueller. He's going to put up a triple. Off the mark. And almost rebounded by Battle Lake. They tried to keep it alive, but Colin Roberts came away with it. 50 seconds remaining on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge up 66-64. As Battle Lake might be forced to foul pretty soon here, but Gavin Peterson instead is going to go up and draw the foul. We'll see if his clutch gene is still turned on as he goes to the free throw line with his team down, or his team up by 2. He's got a pair of free throws to make this a 2-possession game. And the varsity newcomer, Jacob Radermacher, getting tagged with the foul in that situation. First free throw is up and off the mark.
It must be different with guys on the line.
Yeah, exactly. Or when there's zeros on the clock. 41 seconds remaining. Peterson looks to make this a 3-point game. Shot is up and off the front iron. And Bernardes tries to keep it alive, gets tied up with Mansker for a jump ball.
And that's 2 free throws that Dylan's got in there, got his hands on it. One he came away with, and this one he drew the jump ball. And after going three of 3 at the line to force the second overtime, Gavin Peterson goes over 2 at the charity stripe. It's a funny game. Bueller with the ball, crosses the timeline, 31 seconds remaining. Snyder guarding there, gets it up to Bush. Bush swings over to Radermacher. Radermacher dishes down to Bueller, who tries to dish it down to Mansker, but a heads-up play by Damon Smith to bat it away, and we got a jump ball, giving it to Breckenridge. As Mansker has just eaten up the Cowboys tonight by freeing himself up and dishing it, and get that pass dished off to him to lay it in. Damon Smith read that perfectly. We got an injury on the floor. Bueller's going to roll with it, though. So what did you think of the heads-up play there by Smith? That was a great way to jump the passing lane to get them the ball back with 20 seconds left. Absolutely, and I mean, whenever you have guys that are just playing hard and get in passing lanes, good things tend to happen.
Roberts gets it into Bernardes, who's running the point with Jack Johnson fouled out. Gets it up to Gavin Peterson, Mr. Clutch tonight. Peterson dribbling around the perimeter, gets it to Colin Roberts. Battle Lake needs to foul. 8 seconds remaining, they finally do. Mansker fouls him. Bernardes will head to the free throw line. How's he done so far at the charity stripe today, Gron? If you can tally it up for me.
He is...
I'm going to say 2 or 5.
I got 2 of 4, but I might have...
We'll go 2 of 4.
Possibly. 2 of 4.
I believe you. First free throw is up. Now it's 2 of 5.
Now 2 of 5.
66-64 with 8 seconds remaining. Breckenridge all of a sudden has gotten cold at the free throw line. Missed 3 in a row now. Could be up by 5 if those were going down, but they're going to have to settle for trying to get it up to 3. Shot is up and good. Bernardes, who also had a clutch 3 in this game. So many crazy things have happened since then. It's hard to remember that earlier on in this game, Dylan Bernardes drained a fantastic triple from the wing. as we have a timeout, 8 seconds remaining, a 3-point ball game. And, you got to be thinking, it's worked before. You got to be thinking they're going to go with Johnson. Drew Johnson, try to give him a dribble kick in the corner. And I think that's what Breckenridge is going to try to be ready for as well.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see Breckenridge come out here and look at face guarding him. Just try to get the ball out of his hands and make someone else beat you.
And, maybe even just like buying in so hard on the perimeter. If they drive into the bucket, maybe just, I know it sounds a little crazy, but like don't let them get into the paint. You know what I mean? If they're going to try to go for it too, but that's when you're making your free throws. You got to think that. But let alone you can burn some clock here. So that's got to be something that maybe has crossed their minds at one point.
And another of those situations that if you're thinking, at what time left on the clock could you commit a foul as well too? Because if you go to the line and only have 2 free throw attempts, it's tough to get 3 points out of those.
Cowboys looking for their first win of the year. 8 seconds remaining here in double overtime. What has just been a wild game. Mansker will inbound it. And it looks like they're going to get it into Bueller. Bueller dribbling up the right side. Picks up his dribble. Dishes it over to Johnson, who puts up the 3. Off the mark, Mansker follows it for 2. But that'll do it as Breckenridge comes away with the 67-66 win, if they give it to him. I assume they're going to give it to him, but I'm not 100% sure. So they're going to say, actually, it didn't count. So 67-64 is your final score. Breckenridge Cowboys get in the win column. And just, what a better way to do it. Double overtime. Gets Battle Lake, as you already got that kind of held over grudge from football season. And just a fun game to be able to broadcast. And that'll take us into the Christmas break. And we'll take our first commercial break and hop of the Hornstein Family Chiropractic post-game show. It starts now. Once again, final score 67. Actually, they might. Oh, no. I thought they were going to give it to him there. I saw the scoreboard update, but they took it off. 67-64, your final. You've been listening to Cowboy Basketball on B92.7 FM and watching on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel.
Recovering your health and getting back to your best life. That's what quality recovery from Optimum Rehab can do for you. Physical therapist Dr. Anthony Egeman will set up an individual plan to get you to your goals. He believes that this is the perfect way for you to recover your health. What you get with Optimum Rehab is time and attention, thorough assessments, and effective treatments. So if it's back pain, achy joints, recovery from surgery or injury, it's likely that physical therapy from Optimum Rehab can help. So take your life into your own hands with Optimum Rehab. Visit myoptimumrehab.com.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com. Sometimes illnesses or injuries may leave you needing extra help to restore your strength, balance, and range of motion. CHI St. Francis Health are open and ready to provide you the tools for success, including individualized exercise plans and state-of-the-art therapy facility. You'll be confident in the care and treatment you'll receive at CHI St. Francis Health, and they are located right here in your backyard. CHI St. Francis Health. We're here when you need a little reassurance.
We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
Welcome to the Hornstein Family Chiropractic postgame show. Chiropractic care is a family affair. Go on, Jeff. Fun?
Well, this was just a great game to have, right before the Christmas break.
67-64, your final. I'm going to put an asterisk next to that. I think they're going to send that to the high school league, say that last basket should have counted. I think it matters. But let's just recap that a little bit. Breckenridge went into halftime, I believe, down by 5, I want to say, and then forced overtime. Actually, they had the lead near the end of regulation, and it was sent to overtime by a three-pointer by Drew Johnson. And then Drew Johnson, stayed hot, knocked down a couple threes in the second overtime, get his team a nice little edge. And then Drew Johnson fouled Gavin Peterson at the buzzer for a three-pointer in front of the Breckenridge bench. Just a prayer that Peterson threw up. Didn't go in.
But he was pretty close on that one.
And it wasn't that far off. It was crazy. I was like, I heard everyone in the crowd go, oh, and like that's when it kind of registered. I was like, wow, that was crazy close. But, Battle Lake thought they won the game, only to find out, no, foul. Breck still got a shot to win this. Give him a few free throws, and nobody's even standing there, so it's just Peterson there. I think that adds to the pressure. Maybe some people are saying you don't got anybody there kind of distracting you, getting into your peripheral vision or anything, but like I think that adds to the pressure. You got every eye in the gym is on you, and you got to step up and make not one, not two, but 3 free throws, and no problem. He just knocks them all down, easy money. Let's go into second overtime. Let's have some fun. And then another player stepping up big in second overtime. Another Gavin Snyder, giving them a couple quick buckets to get the ball rolling. Pun not intended there. And just a fantastic showing by a lot of these guys. And you could just see the growth there from the beginning of the game to by the end of the second overtime. You could see guys playing comfortable in those moments. They look more comfortable at the end in the second overtime than they did in the first game. You got to get those jitters out of there, I guess. But
yeah, absolutely.
What were some of the guys that you thought stepped up down the stretch here? As I just hyped up Gavin Peterson on the free throws, so you can talk about someone else.
Well, I thought the kid that really impressed me tonight, and it wasn't a huge game for him in like the point column. I think he ended with 3 points, but Colin Roberts just played a heck of a game.
Took more charges than he had points.
I mean, yeah, he took 4 charges. There was a play towards the end of the game where he was the first one on the deck, getting loose balls, making winning plays for his team, and just played very solid defensively. And he, obviously with Landon and Dallin and Alex Sanchez, all those guys out tonight who are usually kind of the post for the team. Collins had to play a different role, and he just played fantastic in the second half, especially on Mansker defensively. What did Mansker have at the half? I think it was 13.
13, yep.
And then, he held him down in the second half.
And playing with those fouls. I don't know if you mentioned that. Playing with the fouls and being smart enough to keep yourself in the rest of this game. And that's tough, especially in the post. Like, you can play the smartest game of your life in the post and still foul. Like, it's a tricky game playing in the post and not grabbing fouls. You got to do a lot of things right, and that's what he did. And you got to give him credit. And as we've given him plenty of credit. I don't know if you've tallied up the stats at all, Gron. I don't know. I don't want to put you on the spot or anything. I'll give you the commercial break. Tally that up.
All right.
I just figured you've been tallying it up as the game went on, but with all the excitement, we'll hit you with some stats when we come back on the Hornstein Family Chiropractic post-game show. We'll also give you your Essentia Health Player of the Game. You've been listening to Cowboy Basketball on B92.7 and watching on KBMW News Live, our YouTube channel.
More Engineering has been dedicated to finding sustainable engineering solutions for cities like Wahpeton for more than 60 years. They offer a wide range of services, including civil engineering, land surveying, and environmental services that advance the region's infrastructure. As a 100% employee-owned company, they are committed to providing quality projects and building relationships in the communities they serve. Visit moreengineeringinc.com to learn more or stop by their location in Wahpeton. More Engineering, improving lives by building strong communities.
Back and neck pain can keep you from enjoying the things you love. At Essentia Health, our team of spine care specialists will evaluate your symptoms and create a tailored treatment plan that fits your lifestyle. You will get the expert care you need when you need it. Working together, we can get you back to the activities you love. This is Essentia Health Spine Care, like nowhere else. EssentiaHealth.org.
Dr. Andrea Hornstein at Hornstein Family Chiropractic is certified in pregnancy and pediatrics. Dr. Andrea treats newborns, infants, toddlers, school-age teens, and athletes, all the way to moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas too. No need to suffer with a headache. This is one of Dr. Andrea's favorite things to treat. Did you know sprained ankles can be treated by a chiropractor? Getting your athlete back into the game faster, ready to feel and function well. Utilize chiropractic care for a healthier wellness style. Call Hornstein Family Chiropractic at 701-672-1300. That's Hornstein Family Chiropractic. Once again, your final score here on the Hornstein Family Chiropractic post-game show.
Breckenridge winning 67-64 over Battle Lake. As you say what you will about this senior class, but one thing, they know how to beat Battle Lake kids. That's true. in big games. And if you want to run through the stats, Gron, I'd very much appreciate it. I can't read your handwriting half the time anyways. So.
I can barely read my own. So
Mine's worse. Don't worry.
I was a little bit off, so I have Gavin Snyder at 19. The book shows him at 17, but I'm pretty sure I had him at 19. Scored 7 points in the overtime periods, which was really impressive. Jack Johnson I had at 11. Dylan Bernatus at 14. Damon Smith had 9. So he had two three-pointers and then a few free throws.
Mm-hmm.
James Murtis had 2, and then Colin Roberts had 3.
What do you got Gavin Peterson for?
Gavin Peterson, I guess he's at 7.
Okay.
With 3 of those obviously becoming, 3 of the biggest shots.
When you didn't mention him, I was like, I swear to God, he had at least 3 points. You want to run through the Battle Lake ones?
Yep.
We just got the scoring if you got him.
Drew Johnson had 22.
Really caught fire there on the 3-point line.
Mansker had 21, and Owen Bueller had 15 to kind of lead them through with the kids' double digits for him. So Breckenridge, I think they ended up having, 7 guys that got in the scoring column?
Mm-hmm. 3 of them in double figures.
And they're just really well-rounded, really well-balanced in terms of their rebounds as well, too. So Dylan Bernatus, he had 7 rebounds in the second half and overtime periods.
Wow.
And I think he had to have about 3 of them in the 3 of them maybe off of free throw attempts as well, too. So he did a great job there.
Well, it was kind of funny because when he got the rebounds, I was like, they're trailing by 2 in the first overtime, and he got the rebound. I was like, that's kind of your guy you want shooting the 3, so he may as well just pull up and chuck it. But he had something else in mind, and I don't know if Gavin Peterson was the guy they had in mind to get the ball over to over there, but it worked out for the best.
Yeah.
And you have the rebounds for was he the leading rebounder for them? 7?
Dylan had 8 in total. Snyder had 7. Roberts had 6, and then we had a host with Jack Johnson was at 4, and then James Murtis, Damon Smith, and Jacob Kunkel all had 3 apiece.
Yeah, so. Heck of a game by so many Cowboys across the board. And when you're shorthanded, you kind of need everyone to do their part, and that's what they got tonight. A lot of guys stepping up and coming up big, which makes this part very difficult, but it's also very easy. Gron never agrees with me on my player of the game, but that's why I get to run the show. Essential player of the game. I'm giving it to the man who nailed the 3 most clutch shots tonight, all in one trip to the free throw line, and that is Gavin Peterson. Gavin Peterson chucked up a 3 right at the end of the first overtime, drew the foul, and got 3 free throws out of the deal. Stepped up to the free throw line with just absolute ice in his veins. First 2 I don't even think hit the rim, and then the third one rattled in to force the overtime, letting Breckenridge eventually come take the lead and pick up the win. So heck of a game from him, heck of a game from a lot of the Cowboys. Also, pretty much give credit to anyone who got in the game, so I'm not going to get into all that. But, yep, like we said, Jack Johnson, Colin Roberts, Dylan Bernada, so many great guys making their impact felt, Gavin Snyder. And, yeah, fun win for Breckenridge, and they jump back into it next week with their tournament in Moorhead. I think that's their next outing. So we'll be broadcasting that game. Gron, I don't know what you got going on for the holiday, but if you want to tag along, feel free.
Yeah, we'll have to check out and see if that works out.
Yeah, it could be a lot of fun. Well, one more time before we hop out of here, your final score in Breckenridge as they pick up their first win of the season, 67-64. You've been listening to Cowboy Basketball on B92.7 and watching on KBMW News Live. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Tonight's game between the Breckenridge Cowboys and the Battle Lake Battlers was brought to you by Breckenridge Public Schools, the Wilkin Drink and Eatery, Minn Kota Ag Products, Hike Camp Construction, Moore Engineering, Optimum Rehab, Carlson Family Insurance, State Farm agents Matt and Amanda Frederick, Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley, Red River Communications, Twin Town Villa, CHI St. Francis Medical Center, Quality Toyota, Vision Ford, Otter Tail Power Company, Essentia Health, Buyer Insurance Agency, and Hornstein Family Chiropractic. Be sure to go to KBMWnews.com for a complete updated list of future broadcasts